of a warm-up. I heard that.
Hey, you
No
said warm it
N-words.
up.
Oh, boo! Boo! Twitch/Volsanetich. Mute. Double check that the stream is online. They have changed the view when you are streaming. Okay.
Interesting.
Cool.
Interesting. It's nicer. It's a lot nicer.
Also,
Oh.
for those who have spells that stun, you can use the D4 to extend the stun.
Yes, you
Alright,
can.
there you go.
Super
Dirty
clutch.
now.
It is
Honestly,
a
I
pity.
just thought of it. So
It's a pity that no one's gonna get a D4 tonight. So
yeah.
Oh, I just realized I can do that for. Oh no, I can't.
Do that for
Good talk.
1d4 summon creatures. Plus
Yeah,
1d4.
awesome.
Oh.
Yep.
as I was saying though, last week on Rise of the Runelords, the Skirmishers, the party had arrived back at Sandpoint, and having been received with mixed reactions, most of them positive, some of them more so confused, but overall very happy that the party was back in town, having succeeded in their mission. The group divided into two, with Red and Robin heading to reclaim the now headless organization, a criminal organization in Sandpoint. And after a rather eventful night, dismissing some of the old employees and retaking the possessions, among which were some slaves that were being used in a sex house within Sandpoint. Red and Robin managed to convince the remaining 6 and then 7, once they captured the traffickers, members of the organization, and kept the 5 slaves, excuse me, safe overnight within the now abandoned Fat Man's feed bag. During the day, everyone went about making preparations. Sigis did some research, talked to the sage, had a little bit of a delve into the history of the Thessalonian Empire, while the party had a little bit of a more sentimental reunion and chat with the people they had saved personally the night before. Afterwards, they had much needed talk with the mayor of Sandpoint, having to conclude the business with the criminal lord, have a little bit of a cleansing of the 2 criminal backgrounds in the party, and despite having lost some of the valuable equipment and properties that were previously under the control of Jubrail Frisky, Mr. J, the mayor hasn't quite granted yet, but has promised to do so, a pardon for Red, and having in the following days received, or to receive, the rest of the criminal company. If they turn themselves in, they will be reviewed for pardons themselves. That being said, the party concluded last session with a much needed relief, going back to the Rusty Dragon to have some drinks with the mayor, Kendra. And it was a little bit of a joyous occasion, seeing the now quite gray-haired woman for once laugh a little bit and buy everyone a couple rounds of drinks, as the party sort of got a little bit rowdier into the night. That's how we start today's session. The morning following, as everyone wakes up a little bit hungover from the amount of ale and other beverages that were consumed the night prior. So, I think it's around 10:30 for those of you who are not of the clergy, that the lot of you wakes up and is reunited at the ground floor of the Rusty Dragon. I believe, Dorban, does your dedication require you to wake up especially early?
Not that I know of.
In that case,
Wait, are you deific dedication?
dedications require the clerics to wake up especially early, such as followers of Sarenrae, dedicating
Because they
their
need to rise with the sunrise.
exactly, dedicating the prayers
And-
to the sunrise.
Also of note, would Robin also
Same.
wake up earlier than normal?
Surprisingly enough, you woke up a little bit later,
Yeah,
having
drinking.
worked off the alcohol.
Mhm.
So it's about there's a very small difference in time between the lot of you coming downstairs and being well received by Amiko and Bethana, who promptly served a lot of you a hearty breakfast.
That good.
But the floor is
Yeah,
yours.
no.
There's
Remember to
a-
heal overnight. Is it level plus con?
HP is level plus con, indeed, and if any of you has ability damage, it is 1 point of each attribute that is healed overnight.
I will do that.
Yeah, maxed out.
I heal again.
I was 6 points off full, and I get 7 points every time I rest. So
Nice.
You're extra healthy.
So extra.
Extra hardy.
By the way, for the DM,
Mhm.
the person that I worship is Abadar, and he
Yep.
is the god of cities, wealth, and something else. I can't remember.
Being a
Almost
rich
Law.
forget.
I,
Yeah.
I was
It's-
trying.
It's cities, law, merchant, wealth. My bad.
I was
Yeah.
trying not to get the overwhelming number of clerics in the two campaigns, 3 with the Friday game confused.
Yeah.
Because we have quite a few now. We have a paladin and a cleric in the other group, a cleric
Hey,
in this
I heard
one,
you like
and then
Jesus.
another cleric on Fridays. So I had to ask.
Dang.
In any case, morning has come. It is in fact getting a little bit later into the morning. The lot of you are all together once more, and have the opportunity to, for once in a while, sit down and, with time, dedicate yourselves to thinking what your next step is going to be.
All right.
Well, Robin pipes up and is like, "We're going back to Thistletop, and we're looking in that secret stash because I'm gonna tell you, pretty sure that Nualia didn't touch it. Pretty sure she didn't want to fuck with it.
I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that would
if
make
we're being honest, that
sense.
kind of scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are 3 ghosts, so as long as we have something that can deal with ghosts, then I think we'll be all right,
I got a new sword now, so this should be a little bit better.
right?
I was thinking though, we probably want to do this a little bit more careful now that we got rid of the ticking clock. So, you know, like, one room at a time and try not to go running off, looking at a certain person.
We're all looking at a certain person.
Robin just sips his tea and looks off into the distance.
So I'm gonna give Silea. Oh, actually, yeah, I have a scroll. We have a scroll of see invisibility, and I've copied it in my spellbook. So I'm going to give you the scroll, so you can, if you want to put that into yours.
Well,
I figured that makes sense.
Cool.
Spontaneous, I think.
Yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you.
She can still use scrolls though, right?
Yeah, she can
Yeah.
use the
Yeah.
scroll, but She
can't-
She doesn't have a spellbook to copy it into.
Exactly. So I've already copied it into mine, and then I prepped one for this, and it's only on self, so I just
Yeah.
think it makes sense for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Honda.
Thanks.
Well,
So welcome.
Now I'm invisible always, right?
No. C.
Yes, that's exactly how that works. I'm
C
ring,
invisible.
ring of permanent invisibility.
I mean, there are those, to be fair.
Yes.
I knew it.
Not at our level.
Not too far
Well,
off though.
Yeah,
Uh,
no,
no,
it's
it's
pretty
not.
close.
I think they're 20k.
What?
That's surprisingly
Yeah.
cheap.
It's
I didn't
actually a
think
lot
they-
of money.
I didn't think they were that much.
They are. Yeah.
I thought it would be more than that, to be quite honest. Anyway. Well, I think, Dolbin, you're the strategic mind here. What, and you also know religious, ghosty things more than I do anyway. What is the plan for cracking this thing open?
Well, I know I'm good at finding undead. As for hurting them, I can use my channeling ability to harm undead. I am not of a level to be able to give you guys an ability to hit them, unfortunately.
Well, magic works on them, don't it?
Yes.
Okay.
50% of the
this-
time, every
the-
time.
The soul I picked up will do something then.
Yeah.
And I can, do you know if, fire would work on them? Because I can heat this thing up and it'll do some extra damage for a bit.
I believe
Should.
so. I'm pretty confident it should.
I can stick it in a torch before we go in. Like right before we open the door to where the ghosts were.
This is prepped one. He can give one magic weapon to someone too.
Something of note, though, is that most ghosts are incorporeal, which makes
Mhm.
dealing damage to them with weaponry half as effective, I believe.
I think it's a 50% it goes through.
If
And
it's
50% you hit them?
magical,
You
Yeah, if
can
it's
give me
magical,
a
I think
you
that's
can
right.
give me a knowledge religion check. For that
I'm
one.
not trained.
Well, I don't
I
know
can do
nothing
that.
about religion, so
I got a 10.
You'd know better than me. Hey,
Alright.
he knows
Yeah.
things about ghosts.
Well,
Alright,
I'm not trained, so
so
I'm not gonna roll.
most
Best I can do is
ghosts,
10.
Sigus, most ghosts are incorporeal. Not all of them, surprisingly. Some of them tend to do a little bit of a possession of objects, and then they become more corporeal than not. Those that are incorporeal have have the special quality of being incorporeal, which makes it so that most things don't work on them. Spells and effects that are corporeal only work 50% of the time. Weapons that are not magical straight up don't work. Anything that is not magical will not affect them. And there is only one exclusivity to this rule, and that is spells that work on into the ethereal plane, such as force spells and effects. And then there's a
Magic
special quality which
Mhm.
allows you to cast on a weapon. Sorry, when affecting the weapon, the ghost touch quality allows the weapon to harm them fully.
And note that it isn't until like fucking third or fourth level spells that I'm able to cast something that does
So fourth
stuff
level spell.
against
Yeah.
a fourth level. Yeah, that
Yeah.
fucking yeah. I knew it was like way late for me to be able to deal with ghosts.
Magic weapons also do deal half damage, and mechanically, I can't sneak attack them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't do anything.
Yeah.
So
There's no like I'm pretty confident like most undead you can't do precision damage to.
Yeah, so all of
I think you
my
can.
precision is not gonna work then.
Oh, it must be like golems.
In
and stuff you can do.
3.5, you can't.
Oh, gotcha. I
Mhm.
played too many editions of D&D.
Specifically, what is gonna what will screw Robin over, and this you would know, the fact that
Touching them.
no, all undead are immune to
Non-lethal.
non-lethal damage.
Yeah, I would have to deal with lethal damage.
Yeah.
So yeah. What's the duration on this?
Well,
So,
I thought
Silera and I could
yeah.
both see invisibility, and then someone can take the wand. I can cast reloading hand, so my crossbow will fire magic arrows, and I can see them. Or we could just use the wand and.
Oh, they're not
could write
invisible.
as-
They're very visible.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I mean, if
Got
we
it.
can see them, then, like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll stab at them. You
Also
shoot,
note
miss-
that-
Perfect.
Pretty much just the wizard can use the wand.
Oh, got ya.
Silera's got UMD.
Yeah, she has a 50% chance to use it.
Okay.
That's
Well.
not hot.
Yeah,
I will hold it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe cast it on her quiver.
Cast reloading hands.
I will
On her
check if I
crossbow.
can do
Yeah.
that, because I
Well,
think unfortunately it might
oh.
just be stupidly on self. Yeah, targets me,
Oof.
unfortunately. Which shitty.
Does gravity bow make?
No.
Oh.
Just increases the size.
Okay.
Well, we have Jabrail's old knife as well. That's magic.
I mean, I can poke at them with that.
I mean, that gives us three sources of damage, and
I mean,
then,
4. Because I have my
Add
channels.
that in.
Oh yeah,
And
then,
I can make a weapon magical.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what-
So we
So
we should
add
be
that
good
in.
for at
What do we
least
got?
dealing damage. It's just gonna be a long fight.
Alright.
Type melee
I hear
Uh,
food being.
or
Right, that was me.
Is a switchblade.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh fuck. Here. And it's,
1720 damage strength.
switchblades are finesse, I think, if you have better decks.
To attack with, yes.
If you have
Um,
weapon finesse.
I do have weapon finesse,
Yeah.
but I still deal with strength damage though.
Okay. No, I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
And it's keen +1, I think.
+2.
Let's do. Yeah, right. Because it's keen.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's a question. So when you make something a +2 weapon, does that, but make it like keen, does it still get the benefit of being a +2?
Yes.
That weapon is a
It's
plus.
effectively a +3
Yeah.
total.
And
It's
and
a +2 enhancement, +1 enchantment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
That is what I thought. Ooh, and you can throw it too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna not do that.
yeah,
Throwing things is so much fun.
but
There
then you have to
go.
go get it.
Yeah, and I have.
Usually, if you just threw your weapon, you don't have a weapon to defend yourself when you go get it.
Well, we could get the returning toothpick and do
Oh,
that
that
because
one's
it would always deal
probably-
1 point of damage.
That's probably magic as well. I forgot about the returning
Toss.
toothpick. Actually,
flicks it.
if my hold on, if my precision damage still applies and they're within 30 feet, I can actually do decent damage with that because I get the precision on everything.
I mean,
Yeah,
also
Hell
if you
yeah.
get there's stuff to be able to use anything as a weapon. So technically, I think that would also proc. Throw
Sorry.
anything or whatever.
So I think we'll
Yeah.
be going.
We are off track. Let's get our shit together. Let's head out and go to Thistletop.
Yep.
And let's head out at
Can we
noon.
bring a cart? Oh,
Okay.
We have a bag of holding. We don't need a cart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Uh,
fanny pack.
Just as a
and the horse.
Oh
What?
god, I have no idea what you're saying. You're
Oh,
breaking
that's
the
fair.
word.
Huh?
What's
Like
happening?
cutting out a fuck ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Shitload.
Okay, then don't worry about me. It doesn't matter.
Let's just get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
all right.
Let's go.
Just as a reminder, you did agree to help the paladins starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna knock this
Yeah.
out today and then go.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, a lot of you are gonna take off, go over to Thistletop. Is there anything you would like to explore aside from going straight for that room at the bottom that you left last time?
No.
Did we leave any
No.
of the upper floor unexplored, or did
Yeah,
we
I
get
was gonna
everything?
say, did we explore everything
did.
else?
We did.
I
Okay.
think there was
There's-
one room that we didn't get to in the upper
There,
floors.
there are like two, but let's go to this room.
Yeah.
Because this
Okay.
is a secret room.
Okay.
At the end, we'll rip everything that isn't nailed down.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Deal.
In that case, let's do our usual tango. Everyone, roll initiative.
Wait, where is my token? Oh god, there it is.
That's Reds.
It's me.
This
It's
is
me, Mario.
It's me,
Hey,
Mario.
fucking out here.
Aw,
Ugh.
Dorbin's the winner.
Wrecked.
What a guy.
You win, you win.
I think you won though.
You win,
No,
you
that
win.
3 is impressive.
Especially when I rolled a 6.
Hell yeah, bud.
Yeah, I was like,
That
didn't I
feels
roll a
bad.
3? Yeah, I rolled a 3, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
You rolled half what I rolled, and you
Hey.
doubled what I got.
I was trying to be great, and then you were just like, nah, watch this.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4, so that felt okay.
Hold my ale, all right?
For real.
No, don't hold it. It's mine. Don't touch it.
For real.
You're like, no, that's fine.
Spoken like a
I
true
need-
dwarf.
I need that back.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
Hold my ale. No touch. Only hold.
Let's try to keep it snappy. I do not have the 1 minute timer, but I think at this point we've grown a little bit more
Yeah.
accustomed to the 1 minute. So,
Yep.
Sigis, it is your turn.
I will have previously casted Mage Armor, and then just in case, I'm casting See Invisibility, which will last for 10 minutes.
All right. So as you get to the
So-
lowest floor, you cast See Invisibility. You have it going. You still have a move action and swift. Well,
Perfect. I'm going to just move up here and I'll be like, make sure that trap doesn't go off. And that's my turn.
all right, Robin, it is yours.
Pre-action. I broke the trap. It doesn't work anymore.
Sigis
Oh,
is just
yeah, yeah.
afraid.
Robin walks over the trap.
All right. As you step over it, you hear the nothing happens.
Hell yeah. Alright, so I go to there, that was 25 feet, I think.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna do the rest of my movement to here, and I'm going to ready it in action to continue moving when everybody catches up.
All right, Red, it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna follow him. I'll yell if he starts getting too far ahead. Oh, that was only 10.
You hear the
30. Alright, and then I will ready to move and follow Robin.
All right, Celera.
I am going to double move just so that people can get across. I know there are people that are worried about the trap. So I'm going to double move to here. And that's going to be my turn.
All right, then Dorbin.
Alright, I will trundle over to here.
Waddle, waddle, waddle. All right. I do believe you still have an action.
Move again.
Yeah. I'm gonna tank.
Yeah.
It's to the left, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
As far as you remember.
Alright.
Plot twist. The layout of the
Yeah,
map
right.
changes every time. Sigis, it is your turn.
Oh,
Did we shut the doors?
Yes.
Okay, good, because the doors are shut.
People really didn't want me going in there.
Right.
I'm just moving up with the group, and that's me.
Mhm.
Right? That is a single move action, by the way.
Alright.
Up to
I
this.
will stare around, and if I see anything interesting, I will inspect it. But
All right,
apart from that, I
Robin,
think
your
I'm just
prepared action goes off. So guys, would you like to make then a prepared action to move up?
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Then Robin, it is your turn.
Mine goes off as well. Because
Yep.
Robin's
Yeah.
Because Robin moved, yours goes off
Yep.
as well. You can move up.
Robin readies in action to open the doors when everybody's ready to go.
All right. Is everyone just gonna prepare it in front of the door?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm prepared. I
Okay,
think a couple
then-
people are a little bit.
Wait,
Place-
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
place-
open the door when it's my turn.
I would also like to have detect magic going if we could wait like 3 rounds.
Okay.
yeah.
I
You
guess
haven't
we'll keep
With
the
detect magic?
I mean,
we'll keep the
Doesn't matter, it's
initiative order for
irrelevant.
now. Robin, you
Alright.
prepare to open the door. What's the trigger? Everyone being there?
When everybody's like in this hallway.
Okay. Then Red, it is
Basically.
your turn.
Okay. Red is going to prepare to charge into the room and attack a ghost if he sees it.
All right. In that case, mark yourself as having a prepared action. Salira, it is your turn.
I am going to move to here. So that's 30, and then I am going to
open the
prepare
doors.
my bow as Robin opens the door.
Yeah. So Robin has his hands on the door, his head turned towards the rest of the body, sees you arriving at the hallway, and starts pushing forward. The doors open without much of a resistance, despite being quite heavy. The pair of massive stone doors with engravings on the front. Robin and the rest of the party, you see as lights from your diverse sources starts to being cast into the room. The different statues of the humanoid figures holding tools, and at the center this larger, more decorated one.
real quick question: what was the year on the stuff that we're allowed to do?
12, I think.
All right. Oh, that's
oh,
probably a mythic version that the copyright's for.
Probably.
It's consecrate, and I'm like, wait, consecrate was 2013. Doesn't make any fucking sense. But there's
Yeah.
mythic
Yeah.
consecrate,
Yeah.
so I think
Yeah.
that's and it is source. It's citing.
I
Game.
can tell you that consecrate is a spell in the game by the time the campaign came out, because it is referenced in the campaign for the DM
Yeah. I was
several
hoping for that.
times.
So I was like, motherfuck, I can't use consecrate. What? That doesn't make it. I'm pretty confident consecrate's always been a basic spell, right?
It is
Alright.
your turn though, Dorvin.
All right. Doors open. He's on the left side, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Oh,
See
right
Robin
side.
eyeballing it.
Alright.
All right.
Then you don't see any ghostly creatures. Only
All right.
ghastly looking white sort of plaster figures that are the statues around you.
And in this hallway, right?
Yeah, in the open hallway. At the very
Which-
top of the ceiling, where the open pathway is, you see the skull sort of looking from top to, in a top-down fashion, with the gem encrusted in their forehead, reflecting some of the light.
Gotcha.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
That is just the first 30 feet.
Okay.
I'll move in, and then I'll stop there.
All right, Sigis, it is your turn.
Bruh.
I'm just doing my best to make sure nothing
Eek.
can get past me.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was muted myself.
Right.
So Sigus will scan around the room that he can see, checking around up in the ceilings and stuff, and as long as he doesn't see anyone, he will kind of like, oh my god, it doesn't really want to move. I'm just gonna move over here, but I don't see anything, so I'm just gonna prepare an action if a ghost pops out to shoot it with the wand.
All right. Robin, then. It is your turn.
Robin's gonna move to here. He's gonna take out the knife as part of that.
All right.
And he's gonna move to. He's actually gonna move to here, and he's gonna ready an action to attack a ghost if they pop up.
Okay. Red, your prepare action does not go off as no ghostly figures have shown up, but it is your turn.
All right. Red will kind of move forward into the room by Robin and follow suit. He'll have his sword out and actually, what would the move economy be on sticking my blade in a torch?
If you want to haul, why are you trying to stick your blade
Fire
into a torch?
forge.
It's fire
It's
forge
only-
blade.
Steel, so it needs to be in a
Okay.
campfire for like a D4 rounds, I think.
It's 1 round. And
One
it
round, so
doesn't-
it's gonna be a
okay,
full
okay.
one round action for you to do that. It would take up your standard action this turn and next turn, essentially.
Okay, I am fine with that.
Okay, so you hold your blade over the torch and you see the metal sort of starts to crack up as if you were watching wood by the fire sort of start to turn into charcoal, and as the little veins on the metal start to appear at first glance black, they start to turn this golden hue and slowly heat up.
Oh man, that's cool.
Salera,
No,
it
it's
is your
hot.
turn.
You're better at this, Red.
I'm gonna go here.
All right.
Ooh, I can see things. And I'm gonna keep my prepared action readied for if anybody comes.
All right. So,
But also, side note, I just read what the name of the song is. And that nervous. I'm like, oh no. Now
right.
it's my turn.
Dorbin, it is your turn.
All right. I will go ahead and move up to there. Do I see anything?
You see a set of stairs to your right that go up and into a mossy wooden door with iron reinforcements.
I'll look back at Robin and point down the hallway and be like, that way?
No, they're gonna be showing up real soon.
No, like, is it there's another hall further down. Is it this hall
Oh
or
yeah,
the
no,
next one?
I know, but the ghosts are gonna
Oh.
show up beside us.
Oh.
Yeah, because you're now in that hallway, so now they're gonna show up. Like here,
I
and he's
don't
like
see any ghosts.
slashing at the air, getting ready.
All right.
This is what happened last time. So
Well,
same.
maybe you scared him off.
Right? You still have a standard action, Dorbin.
Well, I just want to make sure that
Whale.
I'm not
Where?
insane. All right, yeah, it is a standard action to cast.
The whale.
I'm gonna move back to here. Yeah, and then I'm gonna cast Consecrate.
On?
The ground.
Okay.
20-foot radius from me.
All right. Let's modify your token to have an aura so that I know what the area.
It is this area,
Fixed.
so you have to put
Okay.
like something
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah,
It's
I'll
not gonna
put-
move with me.
Yep,
Alright.
yep. Let's do the good old iron torch token. Put it
That'll
there. Back.
So
And oh, whoops. Hang on.
You've been torched.
So to note what it does, I get a +3 sacred bonus on my DC for positive energy. Yeah, positive
Okay.
energy channel. And any undead that enter the consecration area take a -1 penalty to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves. And-
It's a 20-foot radius.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
That's about right.
that's the range on the aura.
Nice.
That is the consecrate area.
Yep. And I'll let everybody know to be within 20 feet of me. That's where you want to sit.
Deal.
Thumbs up.
Or of this location. It'd be 20 feet of this location.
So the moment you lay down your spell, you hear this sizzling from around the corner, and Robin, Red, and Celera, you see from the statue at the bottom left of the map, sort of begins to get engulfed by black flames, which start to become more corporeal and take the shape of a man that resembles the statue that it comes out of, and you see this ghastly ghost start to float in your direction with a wail as it rushes Robin.
I stab it.
Go ahead and yep. You get your prepared action.
Oh fuck.
You said, bro?
This might suck, guys.
Hey.
6
Eh?
points of damage.
Do I?
You get to
Yeah.
use your prepared action as well.
Okay.
If you can reach it with well, yeah, you have your crossbow. Do keep in mind that this is into melee, so that it is going to be, unless you have the
Right.
precise shot.
No,
okay,
I-
then it's going to be at a
No.
-4.
Okay.
All right, that is going to connect. Let's
It's
see.
non-magical.
Yep. Your short bow is not magical, so what we're gonna see is Robin takes a swipe at the creature, and the knife that you have sort of starts to cut through the smoky body of the ghost, and it doesn't seem to deal any real wounds to it as the shadows sort of weave themselves back together, but some of its mass or some of its volume has been lost. The arrow, however, just goes straight through them.
Right.
Robin, what is your AC?
Touch.
Touch AC, indeed. Well,
Touch AC is
yeah, touch AC.
Touch AC is 16.
Go ahead and take 6 points of strength damage.
Oh.
What I thought.
Oh no.
As you see two other shadows start to weave themselves out of the statues and start to move towards you, Robin. Sigis, you know
Heyo.
you know Thessalonian.
Do.
Yep.
Yeah. So first off, would you like to use your prepared action, because you do have a wand in your hand, and you did say you wanted to shoot at a ghost goblin. Sigis? Sigis!
Rips, I guess.
Rip. In the meantime, I'm going to roll the attacks for the other two creatures on Robin.
No, you're not allowed.
How dare you?
Oh, there goes
oh.
Sigis'.
I'm seeing two rolls. I'm going to take the first one.
Aye.
No.
So, Sigis, as you fling this ethereal bolt towards the shadow, it strikes true. You see a little bit of its shadowy body start to disintegrate, leaving a visible hole where the impact landed. Robin, the other two creatures are sort of pushing at each other to grab onto you. You manage to pull back in a little bit of a adrenaline rushed daze, dodging both of the blows directed at you. Sigis, one thing that you notice is the fact that these creatures are speaking, and specifically they are wailing towards Robin and Red and Celera in what you recognize, albeit very, very theoretically, is ancient Thessalonian.
Cool.
It
Can
is
you
your
guys
turn.
hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can
can.
now.
Oh, excellent. Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm gonna try and understand what they're saying. Or are they just like they're just unhappy?
Give me linguistics, because you've read about ancient
Nice.
Thessalonian. This is your first time listening to it, at least in a true fashion. They
That
are
isn't just that one looped recording.
yeah. Aside from that loop recording, this is sort of a little bit less. A little bit more of a common man's Thessalonian, sort of like the pig Latin of Thessalonian. But they are screaming at Robin. How dare you trespass upon our sacred grounds to desecrate the monument to his lordship? We gave our lives for this monument. You shall not take it away from us. And they're trying to grab onto Robin. It is your turn.
Right.
though.
Spicy.
All right, so I'm going to cast Disrupt Undead on. Well, I'm going to take a 5-foot step into the Consecrate Zone, and then I'm going to cast Disrupt Undead on that Ghosty Boy.
All right, give me that. I do believe it's a race, so you're gonna have to give me a range touch. Deck. Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Dex.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
maybe not.
So you create this
Good try.
tiny
though.
sphere of positive energy. You shoot at it with sort of a finger gun, and sure enough, it goes straight for them. But they seem to weave themselves into a new form, dodging the blow. Robin, you're surrounded by ethereal creatures that are draining your vital essence. It is your turn.
This is not a good idea. Robin's gonna withdraw.
All right.
Robin's gonna withdraw to here. And that's gonna be his turn.
Well, I guess you're not running into problems this time, so that's an improvement.
All right. Then, sorry, you just moved.
Take the withdraw action.
Okay, got it. Then Red, it is your
withdraw.
turn.
Solera, you're probably gonna want to back up a smidge. Dolbin, get over here, and
Yeah.
Red will, after his sword's fully heated up, take a 5-foot step to here, and ready in action to.
Nope, you
smack
cannot
the-
ready because you need to use your second standard action to fully heat it up.
Yeah, you're still heating up your
okay,
weapon.
yeah. So then I'm.
You can 5
just-
foot still or move.
Yeah.
But
Well, in that case, I'm gonna get right in. Yeah, I'll still just move over to the one.
Okay, so you're still holding the blade to the torch, and just as your turn comes to an end, you sort of fully pull the blade through the fire, and you see it sort of crackle with energy.
And I will free action drop that torch as soon as I can.
Sure. Salera, it is your turn.
That's a big note for me.
Yeah.
So backing up there, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sing.
Right.
Alright.
Singy.
I'm gonna pick your song for you, and it's gonna be very ironic.
Is it Ghostbusters?
You would.
that'd be amazing.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
You would.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
No, it's
No, we're not doing that.
Sound of Silence.
Oh.
Corbin,
Oh, that
it is
works.
your turn.
All right. Because I don't really want to take attack with the vibe, I'm going to 5 foot up, and I'm going to channel positive energy or to harm undead specifically.
Yep. All right. Go ahead and roll that boyo. What is your save DC on that
It's
ability?
+3 because of the consecrate, I think.
And they get a -1 on the
I-
rolls.
I didn't. Yeah, so it's ended up being +4. I forgot to put that in my thing. Let me double check to see what it is.
I'm not. Don't even bother. The results are either they completely failed or they completely pass.
I mean, I still need to know the DC.
Yeah. So the two in the sides will take the full brunt of your positive energy. The one in the middle sort of stands half merged into the statue to protect itself from the energy.
14 is the
Alright.
DC
Yep.
plus the
Yep.
3 and
As I predicted, one of them passed by a wide margin, the other two completely failed.
Yeah.
However, one of them might have passed without the consecrate being there.
Yeah.
Well,
So I did it.
Yeah. It worked.
Oh, now they're coming for you.
They
Yep.
don't
Yeah,
like you.
obviously.
Got
Two of
him.
them are gonna
Yeah.
come for you. The other one is gonna go for red.
It's alright. I get half cover from the one in the corner, which is
And
No,
I'm
you
gonna
don't.
Parry the attack coming at me.
Incorporeal, they don't give a shit about that cover.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
What
The
is your
window.
Snakes on the plane.
Yep. What is
To the
your
wall.
touch AC, Dorban?
Not. It is a 9.
All right, you're gonna take 10 points of strength damage then, as they sink two hands into your body and drain your essence out of you.
I'm about to get fucked, boys.
Oh man, I have
Redemption.
Red,
Your
what is your
medium
touch
will-
AC?
Doesn't work.
Red is trying to
Oh.
parry. Can I do that? It's a.
Is your weapon
incorporeal
magical?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah. his-
Sure, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
All right. Blah. I
As
don't
you
think
try
I
to
parried.
deflect the hand that is coming towards you, you cut through it, it just reassembles on the other side of your blade, reaching for your shoulder, grabs onto it, and drains your energy as its arm sort
Ow.
of superimposes with your own, and it pulls back, and you feel just your blood going towards your hand, and just it sort of clots in your hand. Go ahead and take 4 points of strength damage.
Ow, 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 ow.
As you feel your hand sort of become numb with the blood having not quite drained, but sort of become frozen inside of your veins. Sigis, it is your turn.
Magic missile hits everyone within 15 feet?
No.
No.
Or okay, because
It's-
I was
it
just
It
reading
just
this.
never
stuff.
misses.
The wand is okay, perfect. No, I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm just I'm gonna stand here, stand my ground, and I'm going to shoot at the one at the bottom, which I think has the least amount of health.
It looks to be the one that has the least amount of black flame body. breath.
Ghostiness.
Yeah,
Got
the least volume of ghostiness. It has lost too
Okay,
much ectoplasm.
Mhm.
All right, I'll try and splatter the ectoplasm.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay, so your bolt connects directly with it and leaves a solid gap on its chest. It sort of slowly weaves itself back together, and you see that now it's sort of while it once looked like a fully grown man in a healthy condition, being a ghost, it now sort of looks like a skeleton of one. You still have your move action.
I think I'm still gonna stay here. Like it's better to be in the consecrate
Back
than
up.
not, right? Back up.
Back up. If
Okay.
your strength reaches 0, you die.
All right. Yeah, that'd be
I
bad.
thought you collapsed with strength.
Yeah, I think it's.
If any of your stats
Tonic.
hit 0, you die.
Nope.
Oh.
Damage
No?
will only
No.
knock you out. Drain will murder you. You're
Okay.
suffering.
Okay.
You're sorry.
Yeah.
I think I've been saying damage. You've been taking drain.
Oh no.
Let me
Oh.
double check. Hang on.
That's very different.
It is very
it
different.
Matters. This matters.
I'm pretty sure it murdered. This is the type that murders you, so it must be drain.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, this is the type that murders you. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's great.
Casual.
Oh,
That's
great.
balanced. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's damage though.
No, it does
I mean,
deal
Dor-
damage. It does deal damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought so.
So we just go unconscious.
And then they proceed to hit us a bunch.
They actually can't touch us.
Yeah, they
Uh,
didn't deal any damage to me. Just now.
Jorvin,
I just took.
And Sigis.
10.
Actually, no.
Yeah?
Is anyone here proficient in knowledge religion?
Sigus is.
All right,
Nice.
Sigus, give me a knowledge religion check now that you've seen these creatures.
It's a
It's
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay, no.
Performance issues.
Robin, it is your turn. You don't know what these creatures are.
Alright, Robin's kind of huffing and puffing over there.
Throw something at it.
No. I got nothing. Robin's gonna move to here, and he's gonna ready in action to move Silera out of the way if something goes after her.
All right. Red, it is
My
your turn.
hero.
Red's gonna try and
Blade is
move-
ready.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I think he's gonna try and 5 foot and see if we can do some repositioning on these folks.
Just what? No, just kill the one in front of me.
All right.
You take
I
a,
mean,
a
I
step
can-
to the side, you see Dorman. What are you doing? Kill the one in front of me!
All right. I was just going for one with less health.
I'll take care of that in a second.
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
So, Red, I'm gonna need an action from you.
Yes. I will attack the one in front of Dolbin.
Alright, give me that attack roll.
How about 29?
Alright, that is gonna connect.
How about that?
Oh, you didn't put brackets
Yeah,
in
the-
for fire damage.
Yeah, I didn't. I gotta let me roll that.
Yeah, roll 1d4.
Yep. Oh, I almost did it wrong. Cut it. Hey!
Okay,
Hey.
nice. That is gonna be some damage.
Okay,
That the
something
creature
to it.
takes. As you pierce the black flames, your fire sort of spreads on the inside, casting a little bit of light that quickly gets engulfed by the shadows and consumed. And you pull
Now
your
the
blade
real
back
question.
out.
Is it scared of me?
No,
It's undead.
it is undead.
So,
they are
do
completely
not
immune
feel
to
fear.
fear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Death, having gone beyond death, does leave you with nothing to fear.
Well,
Alright.
I can't die.
Fair.
Why would I be afraid of you?
Yeah. Oh,
Wait,
sorry, no.
where?
Red, you still have your move action.
Alright. Well, now I will take my 5-foot step and begin my tactical brilliance.
Alright. Then, Silera, it is your turn.
I'm gonna stay where I am, but I'm gonna scream at this one.
Alright.
Nice.
Give me that,
Screamy,
that
scream.
screamy scream. Alright. I need you to roll me
She's got the 2d6.
the amount of...
This is 6 damage.
Oh, it's at the very top. Alright.
Yeah.
Right. This thing is barely standing there. You can see sort of just the bones standing there, sort of with a wreath of ghostly veins around it. Still your turn. It's not destroyed yet. That is sonic
I'm
damage,
gonna-
right? Yeah, sonic damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to back up, I guess.
Right.
God.
Leaves Robin completely open to get fucked. It's fine.
Wait, how far away? Oh yeah, we just have to be able to hear you. Never mind.
Corbin,
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Alright, well, since I have 2 strength left, I literally can't move because my shit's too heavy.
Oh god. You also cannot move
I-
through. Well, you could if you do an acrobatics check, but otherwise you cannot
Yeah.
move through the square.
Yeah, and I obviously cannot do the aggro, so I am left with one thing.
Yep.
Channel to Harmon Dead!
Alright,
Holy shit!
Oh damn!
Yes!
So one of them is gonna be destroyed
Damn.
immediately. I need 1, 2. That do.
Yeah.
Right. Your current save is what? Did you say? 11? 12?
14 plus.
Higher
3.
than that.
It's 14.
No,
plus
before the modifiers.
Yeah. He said 14, right?
Oh yeah.
Jordan? I believe last time because he's
Jordan?
got
Robert.
With-
Bit.
What's up? Sorry.
What is your
What's your
what's
DC?
the save DC against your?
14. Or 14 plus 3 plus, and then they have a -1. So it's 18
Okay, so
total.
18. All right. So the one right in front of you is going to take the full brunt, getting destroyed
Yes.
in the process.
Nice.
The one behind it, though, manages to survive that blow,
Yeah, I mean,
and the one at the
yeah.
very back is also destroyed.
It dies regardless. Yeah.
Uh, so these two immediately disintegrate into wisps of black smoke. You still have your move action.
Not that he can move.
Oh, actually, I think I can move because
Oh yeah, you're dwarven.
I'm a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yep.
You never
But the
You're-
issue is if I get hit, I'm fucked.
Yep.
I mean, actually,
Dwarves don't do encumbrance.
yeah. Actually, wait, no, it's not. Ignore that. What I just did. No. I'll just go down here. It's fine.
I would stay there if I was
Yeah.
you.
I'm
Alright.
just gonna chill.
In that case, I'm just gonna expose this before we get confused. Wait, hang on. Oop. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, why did you expose that?
This creature is gonna attack you once more, Red, as it tries to continue draining your body of its life essence.
Yeah, no
Nice.
parry this time. No parry.
What is your touch AC?
My touch AC is decent. It is a 15.
All right. Then, as it reaches towards you, you manage to pull back, swipe at it once and twice, as you keep moving back, managing to dodge its attack.
Nope.
It moves
Don't like
into
that.
the statue afterwards. Sigis, it is your turn.
All right, so it's in a statue.
Yes.
Wait, which
What is-
statue is it in?
The one in front.
It's the one at the very center, the one that is a little bit more ostentatious.
We're gonna move forward. What does that
Sorry,
mean for
no,
like
no.
hitting it with
You
things?
wanna? You know what? No, it doesn't. It is your turn though.
Okay. I am going to. It is a fair bit of. I'm just gonna cast magic missile. We're gonna take the automatic hit. Seems like a
yeah.
good thing to do.
That's a
You
smart
are,
play.
you are
Um,
very correct.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
good thing. Oh, I'm just gonna roll the
Yeah, just roll the damage.
slash.
I highly recommend that
Oh,
you
right.
create a attack roll in your.
I just forgot that I don't have to roll, and it's all good. I was just.
All right. As your blow strikes at it, it once more leaves a gap in its essence, reducing its volume further and further. Right now, it looks like it's just bones and veins. Robin, it is your turn.
Robin's gonna go to here, and Robin's gonna yeet the dagger at it
Wait,
because
he
he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't want to actually go up to it.
You just
So
moved up
it's-
to it.
You moved up to it.
Yeah,
You just
but
moved into melee.
oh, it's not in the.
No, no,
statue.
no,
My
no.
screen-
It
oh,
I had
did
to
not
do-
go into the statue.
I realized
Okay.
something, and I did a
Okay.
retcon immediately.
I still see it
wrong
on the
post.
statue. So, all right. I'm gonna yeet the dagger from here then.
All right.
Smiggy.
Give me a ranged attack roll.
There we go. Oh, and it's +1 damage, but I don't think it matters.
No, it
Yeah, it's still
it
one damage.
does deal some damage. It leaves a tiny hole in its body, which quickly gets weaved back together. And you hear your dagger get encrusted into the statue behind it. Red, it is your turn.
Hey boyo, heads up.
I softened it up for you. Take it from here.
Right.
Oh god damn it.
As you
yeah,
it's
two
double.
brackets. You need that.
it's double
Yeah.
brackets, but even without the fire
You
damage,
tried.
you stab at its heart or where it should be, and swipe away from it, and it rends the ghost in half. And as you do, the body starts to break up into motes of black fire and
I
slowly
get my
fades away.
panache point back.
Yeah, you killed it.
Killing it.
Eat it.
Well, that was not much fun.
Fuck me. I'm literally at 2 strength.
Dolman, you okay?
No, I'm not.
No,
You
he's
will-
not.
I
As-
can carry some of your stuff if you want.
As you
Honestly,
take a
the stuff
moment-
doesn't actually bother me, oddly enough.
As you take a
Oh.
moment to look over your wounds, Dorbin, you sort of look down. You're not in combat. You look over like, to your chest. You sort of pull your armor forward to look into it, and you can see like the shape of like a perfectly carved circle in your chest, right over where your heart is just purely necrotic tissue, and it has sort of spread throughout your chest. And similarly on your shoulder on the right hand side, a similar pattern is spreading through your body.
Oof.
Red looks down at his arm, sees something similar.
Yeah, you,
Like-
you sort of remove your glove, your fencing glove, I guess,
Yeah.
and you look at your hand, and sure enough, it's completely black with necrotic tissue.
I don't think my hand's supposed to look like that. That's new.
Am I able to cast a spell right now? Or are we still initiative order?
Technically yes, but if you guys want to reposition within the room, I'll allow it. Also, you may cast a spell if you'd like to.
Can I move and cast a spell?
Yes, you can.
Because I'd like to not be in the hallway anymore.
Red,
And
Red will move up to the door.
damn it.
1 point
Oh, no.
of strength damage you heal.
Feels bad.
So I'm at -9 now.
Hey, I'm at minus something like that. Actually, no, I'm 11 minus 4. So
Does
I'm at
anyone want to arm wrestle? This is like my one shot.
Hey.
You know what? I will take you up on that, but after we leave this place.
No. This is a
Robin's
one-time
gonna head
offer.
this
Sorry.
way.
You guys ready to follow, or you want to look around a little more, Sigis?
If you're gonna continue
20,
down the hallway, I will
20.
enforce. If you're continuing down the hallway, I will enforce turn order.
That was one move.
Robin, come back.
Okay, then
I already did my move. I can't.
Robin, it is your turn. You moved. Standard action.
And you hear Red saying, "Robin, come back."
Dorman say, if you go on, I can't help you.
How about you guys come here?
I need to fix myself first.
Okay. I'll wait here.
Alright.
And Robin 5-foot steps and inspects the door.
You can't fight for step because you moved, but I'll allow you to take a standard action to
I
move
thought
on.
it was my turn now. Oh, okay.
No, the move action was your move action in your
Okay.
turn.
Then I'll just perception the door from here.
Sure, give me a perception check. Oops. It seems to be, as per usual, a mundane wooden door with metal reinforcement that has been overgrown by moss. Or overgrown
Okay.
with moss.
Yes.
Red, it is your turn.
Dolbin, you want me to keep an eye on the kid, or you want me to stay here?
If you just go to the entrance of the hallway and look, just so you can see if anything happens to him, that's what I would appreciate.
All right.
I'm not gonna be able to fix a lot of what's wrong with me right now, but I have one more of these.
Yeah, I'm not doing too hot either, so I think
Yeah.
we may need a sesh tomorrow. Siggy's, you want to check out these statues? I think they might do something. And he'll go to follow Robin. Like that.
Alright.
And ready in action to, if I've moved already, can I ready in action to charge, or is a charge a full round?
No, you
Charge is
cannot
important.
ready an action to charge.
Okay, well then, in that case, he will ready in action to attack a hostile if it comes.
Moves within range. Alright.
Yeah.
Salera, it is your turn.
Dorbin, do you need any help? How can I help?
Make sure Robin doesn't do anything stupid.
Well, listen.
and give me at least one more
I've
round
known
to fix
Robin
it.
for quite a while.
I mean, I haven't, and I understand.
I guess then I am going to help Sigus figure out what's happening with these things around here. So I am gonna go to this here and
Alright.
inspect one.
The statue in front of you. Give me a perception check before I give you description. It looks to be of a man, a very fine-looking man, a very angular and sharp jawline, dressed in very decorative, sort of not quite regal, but at the very least, it looks like a clergyman clothing. A set of robes adorned with sort of a scarf that is heavy and draping down. In one hand, they're holding an astrolabel, and on the other, they're holding a book, and they're sort of holding the astrolabel up and in front of their face. It almost looks like, oh, alas, poor Yorick position.
Um,
Yes?
what about the one? What about the one here?
That one is different to the others. Whereas the one in front of you looks to be made out of some form of fine plaster. The one behind you seems to be made out of white marble. Has been painstakingly carved with a chisel. And the level of detail that went into it is far superior to the one to your side. It depicts a much more astounding man. Its proportions sort of shadowing the others. It stands about 7.5 foot tall. Very, very fine, very delicate features on their face. It almost gives you that feeling of watching a statue of an elf. Um, Although their ears seem to be that of a human, their hair is slicked back, several carved but not real gemstones adorn their forehead, and a similar necklace around their sort of chest dangles. Um, and it has similar robes to the others, of these regal clergy robes, but these ones seem to be even more adorned than the rest. And they are holding in one hand a book and on the other a staff, as they sort of look menacingly towards the entrance.
So think to Red. He reminded me that since I have bardic knowledge, I can roll. Can
Yeah.
I roll the religion?
Sure,
knowledge religion?
You can roll me knowledge
to maybe
religion.
figure out who this person is. Would that help me identify?
No, you would need knowledge history for that one.
Well, knowledge history.
Yeah.
And
you can roll me knowledge religion as you sort of looking around to try and piece together what the creatures that you fought were.
Yeah.
So I can do both?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do both. Give me a history and a religion.
Random knowledge button.
Yeah. Right.
Oof.
Oh,
So
that's real.
you have
I
no
tried.
fucking clue of who these people are.
Classic.
Look, Bardic College. They teach you a lot about moderns, the big classics as well. Thessalonian history is nowhere in the curriculum. Like, Thessalonian history is history for a reason. However,
Damn.
you have heard of ghosts of this particular type, like the kind of wispy, smoky body made of this tar substance. They are shadows, the type of ghost that will drain your strength, and once you've reached the point of collapsing, they will rip your soul out of your body and raise you as one of their own.
Oh God.
Good thing we didn't collapse.
Good thing. Yeah.
Looking at you, Dorbin.
Dorbin, it is your turn.
Shakily, I'm good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit myself with my
Another?
last restoration.
All right.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Dude, you gotta roll better.
Hey.
Where's
That
that
is
sheet
that's
for
some
when we need
shit
it?
rolls.
Jesus.
And like
Dor-
eating good rolls from the enemies. Because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's a
Dorbin.
D6 strength damage.
Yeah,
And
it
like,
I
yeah,
got a 6 and a 4. I mean, to be fair, my channel damage was the
was
shit.
on point. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dorbin.
that's good.
Be better.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
Oh my god.
I'm at -8 now, which is dope.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're
I have more strength.
I'm at 7.
Dorbin, you still have a move action if you desire to use it.
All right. Fuck. This
Are
thing
you all
suck ass.
coming?
Yeah. All right, Robin, I'm gonna need you to not do anything with that door for a second,
Okay.
Sigis, it is your turn.
and I would like to be next to the door next turn. All right, when
Okay.
I get a chance.
Sure.
So, Sigis.
Sigis, it is your turn.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna peer around and check out these little statues for a hot second before I go around.
Sure, give me a knowledge
Um,
history.
Better than mine, please.
Robin also delays until after Dorbin, so you can just move me.
Ah, brutal.
Damn.
Way better than 5, though.
But
It's
a lot of potential.
It's very hard to pinpoint what you're looking at. You are definitely certain it is sort of nobility clothing from the age of the golden age of the Thessalonian Empire. Sorry, the post-golden age of the Thessalonian Empire. However, who these people are, no fucking clue. They're just like nobodies as far as you can tell. They must have been some kind of nobility or high charge within some organization. You can tell because it's quite obvious at this point that the person that is depicted in the center was above the rest of them.
Yeah.
Probably their boss.
Cool. Or probably like into those were the 3 people that are probably entombed down there. So probably. Cool. I think I'm going to go here and kind of I'm definitely gonna check this out more later, but we'll kind of push for it and then do a thorough scan as we're pilfering.
All right, and Robin, it is your turn.
I think that's
I delay till after Dorbin.
All right, to the bottom of initiative you go. Red, it is your turn. While we wait for Red to say anything and realize that he's probably muted, Dorbin, how long does Consecrate last?
2 hours per level.
Okay, that is staying for the rest of the session. Red, it is your
Yep.
turn.
Hey.
It's here for 8 hours.
This is
Mhm.
a safe zone. Alright. So Red's gonna say, I'm gonna check over to over here just to make sure we don't get flanked out.
Alright. Holler if you need me.
So
Alright.
that's 10, and he will roll a perception check before continuing to see
Sure.
if what he senses.
Give me a perception check. Good old perception
If
check.
I was on skills, that would help.
Yeah, that will
That.
definitely help you out. You smell the faint smell, that aroma
smelly
of the
smell.
ocean. It smells that smelly smell. You catch that aroma of the ocean, sort of like a mixture of rotting fish and crustaceans, and you hear a little bit of water running to the north and west of you. There's sort of a little bit of not moss, but like that slick slime forming in the upper landing of that stair in front of you.
I think I found a way out over here. I'm just gonna check to make sure we don't have any friends waiting at the top of the stairs. And then so that's gonna be 10 feet of stairs, so that eats
20. Yeah. So you make it
20,
there
so
in
that's-
30. That's 30.
Yeah, 30, and then he'll continue to move again.
Right?
And is that a door?
That
then?
is much like the other door that you could see on your way through the hallway. That is a wooden door overgrown with moss, with metal reinforcement.
Oh, right.
Just to clarify, both doors do have a handle on them.
Does this look locked?
Hard to tell if a door is locked.
Well, I don't know. If we're on the inside, it might have a bolt.
No, it doesn't seem to have any kind of exposed locking mechanism. So
Okay.
whatever mechanism is in the door is on the inside. You can see that it does have a keyhole. Unless you check, you're not gonna be able to tell if the door is open.
All right.
Well, unlocked.
We got another door up here, but I think we're okay.
Dope.
And he'll start heading back, I guess.
All right. So Celera, it is your turn.
Before I leave, is there anything on the statue that looks? It's gonna sound really like dumb, but like anything that looks like if I push it or pull it, happen, or is there anything kind of around it, like the tiles on the ground that look?
You notice the bulge.
Give me
Notice his
perception
fingers
check,
sticking out
I guess.
with a sign that says,
God damn.
Hey.
You're pretty certain, like you tap a little bit of the stone, and it feels massive. Like there is no chance anyone could have carved this level of detail and still hide some kind of secret compartment in it. It just feels too massive. It's too secure. You try to move it a little bit, and it feels like it's been carved of the same piece of slab of marble that adorns the floor.
Well,
Well,
that's all she wrote. Here we go.
Okay,
I
survive.
guess I will move over here. I'm gonna move to here if y'all are cool with that.
Yeah.
big
Right.
girl.
And that's my turn.
All right, Dorban, it is yours.
All right. Is it alright if I take a minute to concentrate on this door?
Yeah.
It's not okay. never
Everybody
okay.
just delays their turns and waits for Dorban to finish.
Yeah.
While he's doing that, actually, I'll go check the other door. Sneakily.
Big brain. Constant.
Travel to
Don't hurt yourself though.
So I'm doing door sight. I'll lay my hand on the surface, and I can see what's on the other side as if using clairvoyance.
What
Take
the
the minute.
fuck?
Okay.
That
Stop.
is so
Red, while Dorban is concentrating, are you gonna go over to the other door then?
Yeah, I'll go over to the other door and
Okay.
see if I can stealth it open.
Okay, give me a stealth check, and I'll put you over there.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. I was doing the thing.
Also, this door isn't more than 10 inches thick, correct?
No,
Not.
no.
Okay.
Oh, it's not.
God,
Red,
I
give me,
hope not. Jesus.
give me a stealth check. If
It's
you're
only
gonna
3
try
feet.
and
Stealth is
sneakily
fine.
do it.
Oh, that's
There
actually
you go.
a really good
All
roll.
right.
Good job.
You try the
Wow.
lock very slowly. Push the handle down. Push the door forward, and you hear that satisfying click. Push. As you feel the door sort of drag along the bottom, and you can hear the screeching of the I lost the word. Hinges. You hear the
Yeah.
hinges just creaking with rust. Would you like to push the door open fully, or
Can I like perception to see what I see in
the
the
door
room?
opens? The hinges are on the right hand side, so the door is opening to a pair of walls.
Oh, Okay.
You would have to
yeah,
to lean forward and cross the threshold of the door to look into the room.
Eh.
I think
Oh, waiting.
play is to just open it and see what I see.
So, are you opening it or not?
Yeah.
Opening it.
Yeah, he
Okay.
said he's opening it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Like, let's just take the. Anyways.
If I'm not doing something
Anyways.
stupid, somebody else is.
Apparently, and
You
I'm
open
over
the
here
door.
like,
you
Yeah.
open the door and immediately you see the door sort of goes 180 degrees until it hits the wall on the other side, and finally you can see into the room. There is a pool of water slowly rising and falling with the ebb and flow of the ocean. The sort of couple of tiles that go around the corner just break apart and fall into this pool, and you see gold glinting in the water. There are coins just tossed everywhere on the floor.
Fuck
You
yeah.
see the corner of a massive golden structure submerged in the water. You see swords and shields made of different metals. Some look to be electrum, some to be bronze. They seem of a quality that is just calling to you, and your eyes are just glinting in the same golden glow that you're getting from the room.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate that Robin didn't go that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you changing
So-
red
So
over
it's
here.
still your turn,
Can-
Red.
Can that stealth was just for opening the door, right? I would have to
That
roll
stealth is for your entire turn, so it's opening the
again.
door.
Okay.
If you're trying to also hide your movement from the rest of the party, everyone's gonna have to do a check against that 22 to detect that the door was opened.
He's not hiding it. He said he was gonna go explore before
Okay.
he left.
Yep.
But he's wants to hide the movement from whatever's in here.
All right. So that 22 is your check for the rest of your turn.
Okay, so he'll move here
All right.
and roll another perception.
Sure. Give me another
Yes.
perception check. As you're trying to spot all the valuable goods in the room.
Exactly. I'm just trying to get a good look at the room, and then I'll probably back out. But
Okay.
that was a really bad roll.
The most impressive thing is the fact that there is a helmet that would fit a huge creature, and it seems to be made out of it seems to be entirely made out of gold. So there is a good 300-pound helmet made of gold in front of you, just sticking out of the water, overgrown with coral reefs that are slowly trying to meld with it.
Red's hand is just like reaching towards it, and he's like takes the other one and pushes it back down. It's just like and kind of starts moving back towards everyone else, and will close that door behind him.
All right. You close the door then.
Yeah.
All right. Rest of the party, are you gonna diligently wait for Dorbin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So another 30 seconds are gonna go by, and Dorbin, you're gonna be able to see on the other side of the door. For the sake of seeing the map, actually, I'm gonna move you over here. You see the room on the other side of the door, and it is much like just happened to Red. It is just covered in coins of gold, silver, copper, platinum. There are a pair of paintings to the corner of that room. The paintings themselves look fabulously made, intricate details in oil painted onto them, but they are sort of overshadowed by the fact that the frames are painted with gold leaf and just are still somehow maintaining their full glorious golden
Magic
glow.
paintings.
And you see some weapons strewn about, some items of different make and use, like
Motherfuck.
a bottle of wine that is shaped like a pair of dragons sort of coiling around each other, and the stopper is made of gold itself. And then your clairvoyance ends and you return to your...
I mean, it lasts for like 10 minutes. Just
Yeah.
heads
It
up.
does last for
I
10
mean-
minutes, yeah.
Do you wish to maintain it for 10 minutes?
No.
Is the question.
No, I'm good.
The dwarf inside
You
you
do
is like,
you
"I
do
need a
see
miracle."
you do
My
see
body is ready.
over
Totally.
here. Dorvin, you do see over here the water sort of ebbing and flowing up and down it goes. And you can hear the rushing water as some bubbles sort of pop from underneath the corner of the building where it meets the water.
So the water's like leaking in, kind of.
No, it's sort of like it's rushing from underneath, and you see it sort of rise up, and when it does, it sort of creates this pocket of air underneath the building, and you hear the pop as the water continues to build pressure and the air escapes.
Okay, gotcha. Alright. I will inform the party of what I saw on the other side.
Red will let everyone know what he saw when he did his little door journey as well. In character, that's something like, "Oh my god, guys, we have to go through the door over to this
All right.
side. There is so much
All right.
fucking gold.
Now,
So
I
So
understand.
much fucking gold.
Mhm.
There's a gold helmet that's bigger than I am.
Alright, now I understand that this next room has a lot of valuables in it. But with a lot of valuables comes a lot of danger.
Yeah.
Do you
Why?
guys
What's
think?
dangerous in there?
I don't
That's
see
we don't know.
anything,
That's the thing.
But
There's
usually with
water.
rooms filled with gold, there's something more than just ghosts protecting it.
You mean
Well,
like traps?
Sigus,
Robin's looking at his
Sigus will
nails
trip
like,
up.
You know, traps?
I mean,
Yeah.
probably something terrifying. Maybe something that can wear that helmet.
And like there is a 20th level door on the, like in the next room over, right? Like I think we should definitely try this, but I think we should deal with like we've taken out everything. It's been sitting there for 1,000 years. Let's deal with the whole rest, because like I'm sure I'm not the only one who's read stories about like a treasure room that brings the whole fucking thing down on everyone's heads. And so
Yup.
No, in all the stories
I
I,
s-
hear about treasure rooms, they get emptied and then whoever stole it, like,
right,
walks away.
I'm just saying we still do this. I just think we do this last because we know everywhere else is safe. We've dealt with everything. Let's go get all
Well-
that out. Come back here.
Well,
And then-
I think this was
Like, is there
the
any
last
downside
thing.
of doing that?
Well,
No,
there's
another
there's
place
2
I will-
rooms
that's
up.
We've got-
dangerous left.
A bunch of research. Like I'm not saying we have to study it, but like let's get all the research notes. You know, let's go strip all the equipment from other things.
Course
Let's
you
get it
want-
all like outside, and then, because if we have to grab something and run, I'd rather us have all the other things outside. But
I still know there's a
Anyways.
tentacle monster upstairs, so
What?
Wait, there's a what?
Yeah.
Hold the fuck on what now?
yeah,
Oh yeah, the one that you ran into that first time.
yeah.
I mean,
let's go deal with that.
Well,
Okay.
just to note, I am in no condition to be up on the front lines.
Yeah.
alright, well,
Neither am I
wait,
really.
hold
but-
on, before we do this, if there is a critter in there that we don't want to deal with, do we want to deal with it before or after we fought another tentacle monster?
Like it might be a thing where we can't do this today.
I would vote we do the thing that has the most value for the risk, which is this.
And
I mean,
also,
y-
might I add, tomorrow we have to go hunt the devil of
Yeah.
Sandpoint.
Yeah,
We
I
sure
would
do.
also like to point out that if this collapses everything, we won't have to worry about the tentacle monster.
You're
Yes.
right. I can check for traps. If we want to just
Alright.
case the area before
Okay.
we take anything, like, I'm
Let's be
I'm all
super
for stealing
careful
all this
then.
stuff, but I'm also all for flaunting my skills.
Well, Robin,
Let's just
I
do this
checked the other door.
slowly.
The other door opens and is not trapped, so let's go with that one.
Right, let's just do this slowly and not the like we're gonna use this awesome power of see-through doors. Super cool, by the way. But like,
Yeah.
and we all agree on this, and then we go and open another door around a corner when no one can see.
Well,
no,
he already did it.
I already opened it. I went
I know.
through it into
It
the
all
room.
go together. And
Yes.
But all right,
We don't
So
know
what,
if that
Red?
door
What
is
you
trapped.
saw on the other side of your door was just coins, correct?
Coins,
And the helmet.
helmets, and it went around a corner, so I think it's
Alright.
going to the same room.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident the same room. But in my room, there's weapons, a bottle of wine, and some
there's
wall
also,
shit.
water. It looks like there's
Yeah.
a way in from the water. So I mean,
Yeah, if we have to, we can go out through the water.
I think.
I will drown for sure. But
yeah, true.
And I'm afraid of water,
Why
so
don't-
here we are.
You guys mentioned the bunyip, right? You killed that, right?
yes, they
Sure
did.
did.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be my main worry. But if there's only one of those, then we're okay, right?
If we try and
Turns
send
bunyip,
someone
so
through the
yep.
water instead of okay, was
What?
there magic in the doors when I
We
checked them
we
out?
don't know.
Oh.
Oh wait, you were
I mean,
doing
Okay,
magic?
can I cast
What I
detect
can
magic on
do-
the doors?
Well, you won't be able to see through the door with the tech.
Oh, but the door itself too.
Okay, the
It
door.
doesn't
one
look
Anyways.
magical.
I mean,
One
he
door
could
has-
detect a magical
Okay.
trap, is what that would
Yeah.
do.
I'm trying to
Which
say,
would be
and
good.
that's like
Yeah.
an
Detecting
easy.
magic on the door is a good idea.
Okay.
Sure, would you
Dwarven
like
is
to-
going to move
So
back.
I'm gonna.
You guys can do your thing.
Okay. Red is going to suggest that we go through the door that we know isn't trapped because I already opened it.
I agree. I
Okay,
think that's
you
a good
can
idea.
take the swimming route then, because you
No,
can do that.
we can walk.
Dwarven
over-
is going to suggest because the room on the other side of the door that I checked out, I think has more stuff that we can grab quickly and get the fuck out. So I would say
Yeah.
that one.
And I'm at
Okay.
this door regardless, because if there are traps, I'm the only one that can actually touch them.
Oh yeah. Speaking of traps, I'm gonna keep an eye out. All right.
Okay.
Just in case those
Alright.
those guys
Um,
pop up again. Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna look at. Do I see any
Red,
magical
back
stuff
up
on the
Robin then.
doors or hall?
Go in front of me. Go in front of me.
You
Okay.
have higher AC than I do. Oh wait. Sorry. Yes.
Sigus, you cast detect magic towards the
Yes.
door. You detect no magic from within
Okay.
that area that you're casting to.
Okay.
Okay, can I now check it for mundane traps?
Absolutely.
Trade spaces.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna cast protection from evil on myself. Because I would
Okay.
really like for those things to never ever touch me again.
Robin, it seems to be a very simple lock. It stands to reason as a thief, a well-trained thief. You usually don't put a locked door behind a secret passage that already has a lock behind another security device, but still, you can never be too careful. It doesn't seem to be locked or trapped.
All right.
I can also have open close if we want to open it without touching it, but I don't know if that's helpful.
I think we're okay.
Absolutely. Go ahead and do that.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to be locked.
Red just walks up and opens the fucking door because this is taking too long.
God.
All right,
Alright.
give me one sec.
Sigurd
that's why
offered
I
to
stayed
use
back
that
as
spell like
far as
3
I
times now. you just can't let him have it, huh?
Let's move initiative to
No,
be Red's
honestly,
turn.
at this point, Red's just exasperated.
So after the whole discussion, you move up to the door, pull down on the handle, satisfying click. You push forward. It opens towards your right, and it reveals a room with so many gold things. It's just beautiful. It's just mounds of coins everywhere, and they are sort of spilling towards the water. And it just pains you to see that they're glinting down in the water, and some of them must have been washed away by the current. But there's a pair of paintings, there's some jewelry here and there. You see the sort of vial of wine shaped like a pair of dragons. It's just so much money.
Hey, something's up here, guys.
Can I roll a perception check real
Sure.
quick?
Alright, give me a perception check.
What do you mean something?
Like, I don't feel obligated to steal this for some reason.
Oh, never mind.
As I said, you see everything in there. It's sort of blinding the amount of bling in front of you.
Red's gonna go like, okay, Robin, I'm gonna break left and or break right grabbing the weapons. You go deft and grab the wine and the paintings.
No,
Hold
Sigsby,
on.
like, don't go
No.
in at all.
Hold
like,
on. Hold on.
Cygnus is gonna check for magic. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna check for
Yeah.
magic. Robin's gonna check for traps. Like,
And also the
It'll
fact
take-
that Robin just said, "Hey, I don't feel like stealing something," and he's been here before and has experienced a lot of. I think that means something.
My thief senses are tingling.
What
Or
do you
it's
mean?
your inner whatever demon
Are you sitting
thing
still?
is telling you something. I
can
don't
you
know.
move back and let me just
Well,
check
you-
in,
you-
and
I was
I'll
gonna
be
say,
quick.
You can detect magic through, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but he
Alright.
can't see the entire room from where
Yeah.
he was.
So I'll go in, and do I see any magic in the room?
You start. You're gonna have to spend a couple of rounds as you sort of scan the room with your detect magic.
Pool could give me like a couple
Yeah.
rounds.
Just
Yeah,
go
it's gonna
ahead,
be
yeah.
like 3 rounds as you detect magic and start changing the angle. At first, you don't detect anything on your right. You don't detect anything right in front of you. But when you detect towards your left, dangling sort of halfway dipped into the water, you detect magic. And as you focus on it, one of the necklaces seems to be magical. Give me a spellcraft check.
Okay.
Get
And
it, bro.
then, yeah. It's +2, so 17.
Okay. Um, you recognize the readings on that magical item as being a amulet of natural armor +1.
And then just while I'm scanning around, I'm just gonna quickly, if I can quickly like appraise things is what I'd like to do, but scan
Yeah.
around, make sure if it looks
sure.
real.
Give me
check
an
in and
appraisal
out.
check. You do know that there's more.
Dang.
Dang.
You do know that
Give
there's.
me a wizard merchant.
Jesus fuck.
Glinty, gold. Um,
Yup.
as the head of the crow sort of sticks out of your clothes, looking around. Sig, if you do know that there's more valuable items on the rest of the room because you were told by Red. From what you can see from where you're standing, there is a good. There's like easy over 1,000 silver, over 200 gold. There's like a good 10 or 20 stones that probably will fetch a good 10 gold each. There's the amulet itself, and you catch that there's a piece of a statue, as far as you can tell, which you Red did mention the helmet, so you think it is the sort of tip of the helmet. And if that thing is made out of gold, it's gotta be like couple thousand gold pieces in gold in a golden helmet.
And this is why Red is literally shitting himself.
So I'm gonna see here, and I'll say, as Robin, do you want to check out just the entrance? But if you can do so without going in, and then
Yep.
everyone. So he's gonna give him the lowdown of how much value this is. He's gonna say he's still like, I'm not experienced, but I'm so skeptical for traps. So I think we just should have a plan for if things go south. People should have bags. We basically shovel as much in as we can.
Yeah,
Somebody hand me the bag of holding, also.
Yeah. Red'll unclip it from his fanny pack of holding and like pass it
Yeah.
forward to Robin and be like, okay,
Yeah,
as much
right.
as you can, go for the value.
And so like,
What is
having
this
from what he
having in it
said,
right now?
he's
Sorry,
Come
yeah,
again?
Go ahead.
What
What
does
does
this have
the
in it
bag
right now?
have in it?
Nothing.
Bag of
right?
holding.
No,
We
hold on.
emptied it.
No, there's a head of a criminal inside of it
Oh, okay.
Uh,
well, whatever.
because you didn't hand it
he
over.
could leave that behind.
There's 6.
Well, we wanna claim the bounty on it.
Hey, I'm just saying, if push comes to shove.
Yeah.
There's
We're just gonna go to every town with the head and claim the bounty in every town.
I
Jesus.
was gonna say there's 60 candles of continual flame, but everything else I have
Okay.
on me. So
Okay.
unless Jabrail had stuff in it, because I didn't.
No, I'm just gonna search for traps around the entrance and like the tile in front of me, see if I can step in.
Sure, give me a perception check for that. Right? It's hard to tell. There's way too much shit covering the floor. There's like some items are clearly not that much valuable. Of that much value. It's like clothes that have over time disintegrated mostly, and so it sort of forms a clump. But it's giving the mountain of gold and silver a lot more volume, and you gotta shove everything around to check the floor. And when you think you have checked something and you move the pile around, you see a wave of copper and silver coins just take the space back as it sort of floods back in. But yeah, it seems to be clear. If there was something down there, you would have triggered it by now.
Okay. Robin steps in.
Okay.
Dorman's gonna peek over and be like, "Hey, mage
Don't
friend."
move. Don't move, because
Yeah.
we are initiative.
But to say I could just slowly pull things out, but
Yeah,
Hey,
if you have
Robin.
mage hand, definitely just start grabbing shit.
Robin, it is your turn. You moved in. You still have the rest
Yeah.
of your movement.
Yeah. Can I just use that to perception the other areas?
Sure. Give me
that
another
like-
perception check.
Yeah.
As you look around, you see around the corner there's more gold, sort of strewn about in the bed of that lake. And there's the massive, just beautifully golden giant helmet that just screams to you, "Take me! I am worth over 2,000 gold pieces, easy. Just cut me 2 pieces, and you'll make gold out of me." And just as you're sort of looking at it, you see a couple bubbles of air escaping from underneath it.
So I don't think there are any traps, guys, but we might have company in that water.
Oh, company I could deal.
depending what it is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, but it looks like there were air bubbles coming up from inside that helmet.
Well,
We want to make
I don't-
formation.
well,
Sigus, do you
I
have
don't know
any
if we're ready for
electricity
another
spells?
fight.
Robin, I'm gonna need an action from you. Hang on, Robin, I need an
An
action from
action?
you. Yeah, an action.
Oh, I'm
Till
just
your
gonna grab
turn
a
and you're in
handful of
combat.
coins as I leave.
Come again?
I grab a handful of coins as I leave.
Okay. Roll me 2d12 and a 46.
It's all electrocuted.
All the coins.
4d6.
Alright. You grab in that handful 9 gold pieces and 11 silver. It's just like a handful
Okay.
of coins.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
9/11. Okay.
He's rich now. That's what.
Robin's just holding on to
Mage-
the coins and
Just
being
an
like,
element.
they seem real. I don't know.
Yeah?
Let me into the
Sigus, it is your turn then.
Okay, cause like, so Robin, you said you saw something in the water.
No, I expect there is something in the water though. I don't think that the traps are the problem. I think we're good because I fucked around in that room and I did nothing. I don't know. But that water, if we start mucking about in there, I feel like whatever's in that water is gonna come out. I
Well,
just don't know what to expect.
you and Durbin, you said you're not up to a fight, right?
I mean, if I have to, I can.
Do we
'Cause I
want?
can still be invisible and shit.
I mean, I'm
Got ya.
I'm
Assistant
take
there.
the lead.
You want me to?
So
bait it
why don't
out?
we?
Yeah, if you.
Well, I think if we have, because Durbin, Red, you said these 2 rooms connect, right?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah, they
like.
do.
So does it make sense to have people in both? Like, so we have on either side of the water.
Actually, that's
No.
a good idea,
Oh,
Sigis.
okay.
What you
We
could
should
do-
stick to. Well, I mean, if you're gonna use ranged,
You
you're gonna use your magic missile.
Robin, you said the bubbles were under the helmet, right?
It appeared so, yeah. Something
Why
might
don't
be
I
inside of it.
also we can, if you want, I can walk around, see if I see anything with detect magic from that angle. Could I see the gold skull helmet earlier?
Yeah. You can actually.
No,
Sigus, follow me in.
No.
From outside the room, you can see the tip of the helmet. It's hard to tell that it is the helmet. once you step into the room, you can see the helmet sort of around the corner.
Yeah,
Well, I
Robin will
can.
just let you go in. Be like, you can stand there. Nothing will happen to you. You
I
just
will.
watch it happen.
I'm
so.
gonna very cautiously like sneak in. He's overcautious and very scared. So, if I can see the skull, I will check and make sure, see if it's magic, and see if I can see anything in the water that
Okay.
is also magical.
You don't
Um,
do not detect magic from
uh,
the area around the helmet.
Mm.
In the water, you only detect the half submerged jade necklace.
and there aren't any
Not a magic
writings or
creature.
pictures around on the walls or anything that depicts this room, or is
It seems like the room has suffered quite a bit of deterioration. There seems to have at one point been some murals painted.
Yeah. Do we want to just like he's gonna whisper over? Do we want to just like ferry the things that are here now, or do we want to just go? Do people
Well, I
Sigis,
mean,
give
Leaving
me
on
a
the
give me a
table.
perception check, Sigis.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Hey,
What is up with these
I thought
perceptions, man?
I only have a +4.
Right.
it's
So-
invisible. I have see invisibility is still there,
You
so that helps.
you
But
you you sort of turn around to whisper to Robin, and you hear that clink as you sort of kicked one of the coins, and it slowly trickles down over your foot. And
Hello?
there's nothing else. There's just silence for a moment.
I
as
think
you're
that's my
sort of-
turn.
All right. Then Red.
Okay, here's my suggestion. I go in through the other door and chuck something at the helmet. Thing comes out, tries to get me. You guys flank it from this side, and we make it dead so we can get the loot.
All right.
Yeah.
and you make it dead.
Now, I would like to note before we do this,
Mhm.
if Sigus can grab some things before we start. If he can get if he saw a magical necklace, I say grab that, then we do this.
That's
I
Red,
don't want
I'm
to have
gonna need
mage
an action
hand,
from you.
but
Oh, it's over the wall. Okay, then yeah, let's just get it.
uh, I would
There's
say
no point in beating around the bush. Let's just fucking kill this thing.
agree.
yeah. All right. Robin, you probably want to take point on this side. Someone can come with me if they want. I'm just gonna use this little toothpick to see, or one of my daggers to see if I can.
I want magic weapon.
Red,
Why don't I cast
hang
magic
on,
weapon on
hang
someone
on.
before we go?
Red, I'm gonna need an action from you.
Red's gonna move around to the other door, or start doing so,
Okay.
and he'll get onto the stair, and then he'll use his other move to get up to the door.
All right. Then Sigis, as you see Red turn the corner, you're talking to the rest of your companions, sort of starting to move out of the room or check out the contents of it. You hear the as you turn to see it to your side, and you see now
Time.
the helmet is now facing you directly.
What?
Still not magical? Still not invisible?
Still not magical, still not invisible, and you see a pair of eyeballs sticking through the hole on the helmet.
Is
Oh.
that an undead giant?
It's a hermit crab.
Undead would
As-
still be
I
hope-
undead.
I
Oh,
really hope it's
unmagical
not.
though.
As 6 legs protrude from underneath it,
Called
pushing
Called
the entire weight of the
What?
helmet up,
Nope.
and you see a
It's a
pair
crab.
of claws stretch from underneath, and it starts
It's a
to move
hermit
in your
crab.
direction, Sigis.
It's a giant crab.
That and would this be a for knowing about the crab? Would this be like a nature?
Nature.
Sure, yeah, knowledge nature.
Okay.
But as far as you can tell,
Oh,
it looks like a
God.
giant hermit crab.
Yeah, crab
Uh-huh.
friend.
It's not gonna be a yay.
It's
in a
okay.
minute here. They got-
Yeah.
As
they're-
it
Leave-
gets
leave it-
up and
Leave it
starts
to
moving
Lyra to be
around the
happy about
corner,
another animal.
Sigis, you see it just looming around the corner, starting to move towards you, its prey, and sort of clicks its claws in your direction. Salera, it is your turn.
I am going to.
That's
So
something
I think
Crab.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
there
like,
you go, crabs.
guys, what's happening? I hear some
Time.
scratch,
That's
scratch.
a big ass crab.
Yo. And then
We feasting.
so Jordan and I discussed next action for us. And I am going to follow right behind Robin, and I am going to ready a bow because I'm like crab the bow. Sure.
Right.
Yep.
All right, then Dorban, it is your turn.
All right. Sorry. All right. Boop a doop.
The OC banter. Alright, you double move over to be behind Red.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, Robin, it is your turn.
anyone
Robin's
say
gonna
anything about the
become invisible as a swift action, and then
Alright.
he's going to walk along the wall,
Alright.
and he's going to.
You're gonna have to hop from one wall to the other at that point. Because you're not connecting to anything from the downside. Or like the south side.
Okay. I got a plus 15 to acrobatics.
Sure, you can just jump across.
Great. Can I walk on the ceiling here?
Can your ability allow you to walk
No, it's only
upside
vertical
down?
walls.
I think it's
sorry,
only vertical.
not the ceiling, the walls. Sorry, because it's
Yes.
like it's.
It goes.
yeah,
It's
okay.
a little bit uneven. It's a little bit of a rough terrain for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's broken down walls that have over the years become a little bit slick and uneven with water damage.
Okay. And he's going to ready an action to sneak attack this thing, basically, when people look like they're in position or they give a signal.
Sure. Just to clarify,
And I should stealth as well.
about 70% of the body of this crab is inside of the giant golden helmet. Just to clarify, its sort of eye stalks are sticking out of the front open face of the helmet.
So I prepare to punch it in the eye. And
Okay.
does anybody have heat metal?
Nope. I do not.
Sigis,
I
it
was
is your turn.
expecting ghosts, not metal crabs.
Heavy metal crab.
This is going to take.
Full metal crab.
Does it look like it could reach me from where it is?
Yes.
Yes. It does seem
Ah,
like
yeah.
it has enough reach to grab you.
If I'm within reach, if I take a 5-foot step, the 5-foot
You're
step is
okay.
free.
You're
good.
fine,
right?
yes.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
But you
I'm gonna
cannot
take a
keep
5
moving
foot
afterwards.
Unless you burn
Stab.
your standard.
Yeah. And then I can still see it. So I'm gonna cast.
Magic.
I was gonna do Burning Arc. I think there's a
That's
chance I
good.
miss it, but I could probably hit its touch, and it's 3d6.
Yeah.
So
That's
that
a
could
Alright.
work.
choice. I like
I'm gonna do that. So then it's
golden bones.
You need to give me a
Uh,
ranged touch attack. It's a ray.
It's just a reflex save. It's
No,
not a.
it's it's a
it's
reflex
a
save.
reflex
Oh,
so you
yeah.
have to-
Alright.
yeah.
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 it
Reflex
just
save.
Does the whatever.
15.
D6.
Alright, DC 15.
fitting.
So, with the agility that you would never expect from a creature that is
Oh,
probably
are you
weighing about 1,000 pounds, it sort of turns its body around, sort of rotating on its 6 legs, and you see your ray strike the helmet on the side, and you see the
So it
outermost layer of
takes
metal
half.
start to melt away a little bit, and you hear the zistling and popping as the heated up metal harms the crab.
Damn it, cheek.
God damn it.
I
You
need you
tried so
to
well.
roll damage for me. Because you haven't
He
rolled.
tried.
He
You
did.
tried.
Did he? Oh.
I love you, but god damn it, buddy.
It's /R space.
Yeah, slash R, not
3d6.
R slash. Yeah.
There's
You're
also
already
a
too
space
much.
missing
You
there.
need to
So
stop.
I did it. I
You
did it the
need to
first time, but
stop.
I didn't put in the space, and then it's like unrecognized, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was that. But yeah,
Alright.
so it takes
Shit,
half
okay.
that, and then on
Yes.
the off chance, if there's any other enemies,
You
will
have to
bounce.
You have
You-
to target them.
You need
for
to
that.
target them, and you cannot
Oh, that
tell
makes
if
sense.
there are others, so you cannot target it.
It's fair.
Swarms of
Red,
crabs
it
come
is
from
your
underneath the
turn.
helmet.
I I've realized an unfortunate part of this problem, which is that I closed the door.
Yep, you did.
So I open the door.
All right, move action. You open the door. It
And
swings
then
wide
I-
open.
Move into the room.
All right.
And that's 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and
boy.
that's a spicy crab. So I'm gonna stay right here where I'm hopefully getting some cover from it.
All right. No, I can tell you this much: you're not getting any cover there. You would have to
He's
stop.
a large
move
crab
back.
friend.
It's a big ass crab.
Big boy.
Well,
Either go
I-
hard or back up.
well, I can't go hard because I only have a move. I only have the move.
Oh
so,
yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yeah.
In that case, as you sort of turn the corner, see the crab as a standing right in front of you, just looming above you. You slow down and think about moving back, and you're sort of frozen for a second. It, having turned its body around to protect itself from the heat, sees you and starts to crawl down into the water, taking the equivalent of a 5-foot step, and it goes to grab you.
I will try to parry that.
Sure.
You will try to parry that, operative.
Parry,
Don't
parry,
fucking
parry,
touch me,
parry,
please.
parry, parry.
Please don't fucking touch. If
Red
that thing
flag.
grabs you, you're
Yeah.
dead.
I've had enough bad touch for now. Thank you.
All right.
That's
So
pretty
the
good.
first, so a claw goes towards you. You manage to parry it flawlessly,
Which means I get
damaging the outer carapace of its massive claw. Does your precision damage always apply?
Yeah, as long as I've got one panache point.
Okay. Gonna double check something very quickly.
It's probably immune to it, to be honest.
Yeah. It's a mindless animal. It's a mindless creature.
Oh no, I thought it might have been immune to the precision because crab.
No. You strike at its claw and it sort of rends part of its flesh, and then you. It's too late that you notice the second claw coming to your blind side,
Oh shit.
striking you with its sharp side for 8 points of damage. And
Ow.
what is your CMB? Sorry, CMD.
Uh, and here comes
Not
what I
enough.
was worried about. CMD
Not enough.
is 17.
So
and
it
the AC is
grabs you and
20.
it grabs hold of you and starts
Ow.
to squeeze you as it holds you up in the air with one claw.
Hey, guess
Uh,
what? Is it grappling?
Yeah, it is grappling him.
That means that it's got a little bit lower AC.
Yeah. Go ahead and take 13 points of
Yeah.
constriction damage
Ow.
Ow.
as
Yeah.
you're squeezed. And Celera, it is your turn.
Red yells,
I'm gonna
Dolben!
Take my ready to action.
I got you,
when
bro.
He's in a grapple.
Sure.
So, when he's in the grapple, I think it's a total of like -2 AC or something.
No,
and then-
it's a negative to Dex to AC specifically.
Okay, so basically -2 AC.
Yeah.
And
If it
I'm
had it.
invisible, so I get +2, and I'm above him, so I get +1. So this is at a +5.
I can set grappled on, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, I guess it's
So-
huge,
I mean,
but
You go to
Force
strike it, and you're reaching for its eye stalk, and just as you do, it sort of moves about a little bit, lifts Red a bit over its sort of front, blocking you accidentally as you hit smack sort of the side of its claw with a lot less force than you thought you would.
fuck.
And that breaks your invisibility, and you're sort of like grabbing onto the wall with one hand, your other hand sort of recoiling from the blow, and it slowly starts to turn towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Celera, it is your turn.
I'm gonna sing.
Alright.
Nice.
And I'm gonna
let's
stay where I'm
do-
at for now.
Smart call.
Alright.
Yeah. Sing this to this bitch. Take that.
Alright. Yeah, and you're staying there then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, Dorban, it is your turn.
As I move, before I get into the 10-foot range of this crab, I'm going to
Mhm.
have the spell completely cast, and then I'm going to walk up and deliver it.
Alright.
Freedom
Uh,
of movement. If only.
Yeah, no, that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, I'm not anywhere near high enough level for that spell. And I will hit you with a cure moderate wound. Wait,
Thank
nope,
you.
cure light wounds. I can't do
Oh.
cure moderate.
That's
I've
good
already-
enough for me.
You've already
Yeah.
used both of your lessers.
Mhm.
All right,
That's
so
most
you
of the way
heal
back up
for
to full.
12 points of damage. Red.
Yeah.
I have. I mean, I guess I could convert my last spell to a cure moderate, but
I don't need another cure mod right now.
All right, Robin, it is your turn.
Robin's gonna swift action to become invisible, and
Yeah.
he's going to, as a move action, pick up the amulet of natural armor. That's like
You would
hanging over
know
water here?
because you specifically are walking on the wall. You need to drop down to grab the amulet. It is
yeah,
10
I
feet
walk
down.
the wall. Yeah, I walk down the wall
Okay.
and I grab it.
All right, I'll give you that
Um,
much.
And then I sort of continue my move into here, and I try to find the most expensive thing.
All right. Right
You
now,
just can
give
see
me.
him doing this.
No,
No.
we can't. He's literally invisible.
But you do
No, he has-
suddenly
I can.
see an item
Oh.
disappear.
Sigus is see
yeah,
invisibility.
Sigus can literally just see everything happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Robin,
which
give
is
me an
fine.
appraisal check.
Robin is just stealing shit.
Robin? Appraisal?
Yep.
Alright, the most expensive would be the painting. Unless you're
But
a lot stronger than I think, there's no
No.
fucking way you can just pick it up. Next
fuck
best
that.
thing would be
Next.
the decanter, the wine decanter.
Yeah, he'll take that as well, and he'll put that in the bag of holding with the amulet.
Alright. Sigus, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna take a 5 foot. And I'm just going to. You know what? I'm just gonna use the magic missile. So
Alright.
I'm gonna use a wand of magic missile to shoot this thing.
Roll for damage. Alright, it's gonna be a solid hit on one of its eye stalks, and you see it sort of retract back into the helmet for a couple seconds. Alright.
Actually, I don't think the Inspire Courage damage bonus applies on that. It only applies on attack rolls. Well, attack rolls and damage from attack rolls. That has no attack roll. So I think it's one less damage.
It specifically says damage rolls. I think.
Okay.
That's the way I ruled it for the other group, so
Okay.
I think I did it that way. If it comes up later, we'll keep that rule for now.
Okay.
In that case, Red, I believe it is your turn. You are currently grappled.
And I can try to either. I can try to
Break
attack
it.
it, but it probably has a bunch of health, so I'm gonna try to escape.
Alright. Give me an escape artist
Unfortunately,
check.
my dex is down because grapple.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not
The
gonna be
escape artist should. I mean, all right. If you have a rank in it, it should be great. But
I have 1 rank in it.
All right.
Yeah,
rolling a
no.
12 isn't gonna
No,
do
no,
it.
no. You try to
Oof.
wiggle your way out, and it just keeps constricting your body.
And, yep, that's all I can do because I can't.
Yep. So it's gonna constrict you.
Yep.
Dealing 13 points of damage again,
Stop that.
ow.
and
Bad crab.
it's gonna take a swipe at the only person that it can reach, which is Dwarven.
All right, swinging for 19.
All right. Yeah, no. It tries to grab you, and its claw just bounces off of your. You have a shield, right?
Yep.
It scrapes against your shield, and it almost strikes your other shoulder, and you see it sort of chip off a piece of stone from the wall. It is now holding Red with only one claw. Celera, it is your turn.
Wait, was one
Um,
before?
I am going to move to here, and I'm gonna be like, that's a, and then
Big ass
that's a big ass crab, and then I'm going to attempt to scream at it.
All right. Go ahead and give me
Sorry,
that good old scream.
I'm thinking to make sure that's what I want to do.
All right.
Yes. Go. Screw it. Whatever.
Yeah. Get it. Hey.
Ooh.
That's a
Pretty good damage.
Cool.
That is a fort save, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
it is.
Probably a
Fort
pretty
half.
goodness crab.
Yep. Fort half, no days
Days.
or stun.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
it could ring the helmet like a
Oh.
bell, though.
It
Right?
does ring the bell like the helmet like a bell, but you see the hermit crab sort of jiggle underneath it, and the helmet sort of slides deeper onto its body, and suddenly stops ringing. You do deal some damage, but you're pretty certain you could have dealt a lot more.
Damn it. Okay.
That is going to be your turn. Jorben, it is yours.
All right. Fuck. I'm sorry. I will come back in to heal you in a second.
Yeah, no
Dorman's
worries.
gonna take a 5 foot. He is going to cast spiritual weapon,
Mhm.
All right.
and a celestial crossbow will spawn next to me.
The weapon of your deity is a crossbow?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. That's
Abadar.
Dorban literally has a crossbow on his back that has his holy symbol engraved in the butt of it.
All right. The more you know.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
you summon this
the-
spectral crossbow and aims itself towards the creature.
Think,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I'm just making I can't remember if it uses.
It uses your wisdom.
to hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yep.
All right, so my attack.
Good spell.
I think it also adds
Ranged.
its wisdom to damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna do alt range. I'll need to make it. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh. Oh.
Is
gonna
spiritual
do it.
weapon against touch or?
I think it's just
Yeah.
normal AC.
It's
Okay.
just a crossbow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No. The bolt of the ethereal bolt goes flying, and
What's great
it hits the
is I
helmet.
just designate the target, and then it just continues to
keeps
fire,
firing,
and I don't
yeah.
have to do anything else.
It's a turret.
Yeah.
You now have a floating turret.
Yep.
The bolt strikes the helmet and it rings once more, but it deals no damage to the creature. That was a 5 foot and standard. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Robin, it is your turn.
Robin's going to hold out the bag of holding, and then he's going to like sort of whisper to Sigus, fill this up with stuff while we fight it, and he's gonna let go of it so it appears, and Silera can see it, and Sigus can
Mhm.
see him anyways. And then Robin's going to, as he's moving, take out the dagger, and he's going to attempt to like go under the water to get under this thing and stab it in a vulnerable spot because he fucking hates this helmet. He
You're
wants
gonna have to
to
give me
totally
an
bypass it.
acrobatics check and a swim check.
And a swim check. Okay.
Yeah.
If it grabs you though.
All right.
Mm,
Okay, so it's rough terrain for you as you're sort of moving around the water that is very turbulent underneath the
Mhm.
legs of this crab. You manage to work
Mhm.
your way underneath it, but you are technically flat-footed in that water.
But I can still attack him.
Yeah, you can still attack it.
Okay, I cannot
yeah.
be caught flat-footed because I have uncanny defense, uncanny dodge. So
You cannot be
Not
caught
flat-footed.
flat-footed, but you can be flat-footed if it's from a spell or similar effect.
okay, okay,
It's the equivalent to
Um,
being restrained.
okay. So yeah, I'm going to essentially just like kick off the bottom and just launch up with this dagger and try to hit it in a weak spot,
Sure,
trying to
Go ahead.
bypass the helmet entirely, basically.
sure. I'll give you an advantage for that one.
Okay. And I'm also invisible, so it
Yeah,
is at a
so it's
+2.
flat-footed. It's a +2.
there you
There
go.
you,
You would have
go.
struck anyways.
Yeah.
It's you strike some of its vitals, and you're trying to deal lethal damage with this because
Yeah.
you stab it in that little crack of an opening between its leg and its carapace, and you dig deep, but this thing is not budging. You sort of scrape some of its flesh out, and you see some of its sort of bluish black innards start to drip down, and it screeches like. Yeah, it's still standing perfectly well. That is going to be your turn. Sigis, it is yours.
Fuck. Just better to say before Raven dived in, we might, if we can get Red out, might make sense to see if we can fall back and see if it runs away.
Can get out.
I know. Yeah, so I kind of have a thing, and it sucks, and we'll see. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step, and I can see Red.
Yeah.
Red's gonna die. It looks like I think he's Red pretty fucked unless he gets out. So I'm going to burn one of this pages of my spellbook, and I'm gonna cast Grease on Red.
Yeah.
So if
Nice.
I understand this right,
You
because
lose
I'm
that spell
casting it on,
permanently.
I understand. I'm gonna have
Okay,
to buy
yeah.
it else, but I think it's better than him being cut in half.
I don't think he's gonna get cut in half, to be fair, but
So you
fair.
pull out
Every
your
time it succeeds a
spell
grapple
book.
check, you take damage.
yes, every
Yeah.
time it succeeds a grapple check, but I think it's
So-
gonna drop me as soon as I go down.
Yeah, but
Also,
we're
If you
Hang
don't
on,
go
hang
down
on, guys,
I can
guys.
you up.
No.
Sigis, hang on, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sigis,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
take
Sigis.
out your spellbook, you flip to the right page, you start chanting out the words for Grease, you stretch out your hand, you cast it, and as you do, the pages on your book, well, single page, because Grease, just turns to flame and just sputters ashes into the wind. Grease
So
appears
I'll
around
have-
Red.
yeah.
I
So
believe
from
that
what I
grants
read, like
+4 on.
it's both. He
Red.
would have to do a reflex because the crab is holding him technically.
For this,
then
I'll
also
make
Red
it so
gets-
that it's maintaining a grapple is going to be a +4 to the DC.
Plus 10 circumstance bonus to escape artist.
Yeah. That's
Damn.
what-
All right.
Yes.
Yep. So it's
And
only
technically,
for
the
Red
crab's
to break.
holding him, so he also has to make a reflex save. That's what
Alright.
I'm trying to argue, but I also
Yeah,
know
it-
that's a kind of a stretch.
No, it technically yes, but it is in the water, so the Grease is just going to float on top of the water.
so
Then
I
again-
assume-
I will do the reflex save. It does get a shitload of bonuses because it has six legs. Because this is
that
to
makes
trip
sense.
essentially.
Plus 4 per pair.
Yeah.
Over 2.
No, it succeeds. It maintains its
Yeah.
its stance.
No, this is to not drop Red immediately.
He's treating it
That's-
like a hell
No,
weapon.
that's not how that
So
works.
that's not the way it works. So what it does is it increases Red's defense for the grapple by 10, and it gives Red a plus 10 to escape.
And
That's
then it
it. No,
also
I-
covers the area in Greece.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I was figured that. I was just trying to see
Yeah.
if I could get both.
No.
Because,
Yeah.
it's worth a
No.
shot.
That's not how it works.
You have to pick one or the
So
other.
Red, it is your
Yeah.
turn. You're now covered in grease, and you're starting
So,
to slide down a little bit.
I was gonna
Uh,
say it has to score a 25 to maintain the grapple if I don't get out here, but I
Yeah.
have a plus 16 on my escape artist right now.
Hell yeah, dude. Get it.
So let's
Nat 20, easy.
do this.
God damn it.
All right, so
Fucking guy.
just so that you know, you barely make it out. As
Oh.
you
Well, that's plus
Holy
10.
shit.
before the plus 10, you barely make it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the CMD of this creature is 26.
Jesus.
So you wiggle your way out of its claw, and the little bit of oil just helps you just squeeze out like a torpedo, and you land on the footing beneath you. That is your
Ow.
standard action. You still have your move.
Well, I mean, I can't get out of its reach, unfortunately.
I mean, if you take a 5-foot step back, then I don't have to move into melee range to heal you.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I think it's just gonna grab me again, although I still am covered in grease, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
But
For the
you
duration
still
of the
have to
spell.
get. Yeah. Which.
4 minutes. 40 rounds.
Alright, I'm gonna just mark that so I remember
Yeah.
it.
Slick boy.
I don't want to leave Robin up there by himself though. Fuck. I'm sorry, Torben. I'm gonna
Red,
attack
I
it.
need an action from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack it.
All right. Nope. Because your standard was to use an
Oh,
escape
never
artist
mind.
to break.
Then I am going to. Yeah, actually, I will 5 foot back then.
Alright. You're still within its reach. However, something much more annoying just happened. So it's gonna 5 foot step over here as it climbs up, revealing the little annoyance underneath its legs, and it's gonna go for Robin.
Yay!
Uh,
Now, because I'm not underneath it anymore, am I still flat-footed?
you're still flat-footed because you failed your swim check in turbulent water.
Oh, okay.
What's your AC?
Flat-footed is 19.
Okay. Even in not flat-footed?
Not flat-footed is 23.
Okay. So, as the creature sort of moves out of the way, you're sort of starting to regain your footing, and then you see this claw grabbing you. It's faster than you expected, and it just crunches your arm, your chest, and your leg as you're sort of held in an awkward position. Go ahead and take 23 points of damage as you're crunched by the claw.
Did it just
Ow.
crit you?
It just crit.
Yes.
Robin.
Yeah, crit.
Oh, Jesus.
Rude?
Crap,
See if it-
fuck.
Hang on.
Yeah. That hurt.
What's your
That's a lot.
CMD?
My CMD is 18.
Okay, so it grabs hold of you as you're now grappled and take another 8 points of constriction damage.
Yeah, I have 10 health, so I'm gonna die.
You're
on
now
next turn.
grappled as well. Celera, it is your turn.
I'm gonna move here.
Yep. Yeah, as
And
you see
then
Robin bleeding, being held in this crab's grasp.
Like, not today, bitch. And then hopefully that scares him. And then I'm gonna hit him with a cacophonous call.
All right, what's that do?
DC
It's if
17
they
will
fail
save.
their will save, they are nauseated.
So you cast the spell targeting them, and then you sort of see their eye stalks sort of look towards you, and they
Oh, fuck,
blink
it's
out of
mind
sync.
affecting.
Dorban, it is your turn.
Fuck.
Huh?
They're mindless.
What?
It's a mindless creature.
Oh.
Is it mind affecting? Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
mind
Yeah,
affecting.
it is mind affecting. But I didn't
They're mindless.
like. Is this like an undead crab or something?
No.
No.
My,
It's a
crab,
vermin.
giant
Crabs are
giant
vermin.
hermit crabs are mindless creatures.
It
They're
has an int
vermin,
of 0,
technically.
Oh.
basically. Yeah.
Can't get nauseated.
No, it just can't.
Yeah,
can't
it's not
can't be
magical.
affected by anything that affects your mind, because they don't
It's
have a
too
one.
dumb.
They're
It's
just a,
too dumb.
too
Oh.
dumb.
Gotcha.
You're trying to scare something
Perfect.
that doesn't understand concept, essentially.
Well, I mean, technically, she was just using a noise to nauseate it. Is actually how it works. But yeah.
Yeah, but it's specifically it's not a real.
Yeah.
noise.
No.
It is
I'm not debating
noise
that
within
it
their
is
mind.
going to work here. I'm just saying that technically it's a noise that is
Yeah.
just reverberating its hell and makes it sick. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's fine. It doesn't
Yeah,
work.
that's
It's fine.
weird.
Yeah,
Dwarven,
I never
it
knew.
is your
I
turn.
never knew that there was any animal that was mindless.
It's not a mindless animal. It's a vermin specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vermin specifically cannot be targeted by that stuff. It's really annoying.
Like
Vermin are
centipedes and
mindless.
shit.
All of them
Yeah.
are mindless. Same with
Yeah.
spiders.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dorban,
Alright.
it is your turn.
Well, my crossbow is going to continue to
Yep.
fire.
Go ahead and fire it
Mhm.
again.
Do the thing.
Where is it? Oh, all right. Oh yeah, I forgot that I just clicked the. All right, I'm done. It's fine. Haha. Hey.
better.
Alright, that is going to connect with its exposed mouth as it sort of chitters away. The arrow goes right into it. Go ahead and roll damage for it.
Right down the pie hole. Nice.
Yeah, right down the pipe hole.
Good
As it takes
damage.
8 points of damage.
Force damage, by the way.
Yeah.
Not that it really matters, but. And
That would have been
then.
useful in the previous fight.
Yeah. No, I just didn't. I didn't have enough actions to be able to also
Yeah,
cast
yeah,
that. But Dorban will 5 foot step back, and then hit you with the Cure Light Wounds.
Okay.
Right?
So you get another 9.
Yes, that's a round at least.
Yeah.
You're technically within its reach. You do have cover against it, so I'm gonna need either for you to cast defensively or take an AOO.
I'll take the AOA.
All right.
Technically I have a 20, or I think with the cover I have a 23 AC, so I'm hoping.
So it crashes through the corner of the stone wall
Okay.
and smacks you with the side of its claw as it tries to grab onto you. Go ahead and take 12 points of damage.
Oof. Alright, that was a mistake. I admit it.
And here comes your
All right. Robin, it is your turn. No, it cannot grab. Actually, no, because it needs to maintain first. Robin,
So
it is
while
your
I'm
turn.
in grapple, I can take a full attack action with a one-handed light weapon, which I'm currently holding.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Robin is going to.
You can take a
first of
single
all-
attack, not a full round.
No, you can take a full attack. You can.
I actually think he's right that you can take a full attack action while you're grappled.
Yeah, because monks do it unarmed all the time.
Yeah, I think it's
You can take any action that doesn't require two hands to perform, such as cast a spell or make an attack, or full attack with a light-handed
Okay.
or one-handed.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I am at a -4.
Yep.
Yep.
But Robin is actually gonna scream and like howl, and it's gonna sound kind of weird, and he's gonna like have to make a fortitude save. Bosun,
oh,
Go ahead.
what's fucking
he's
happening?
gonna have to make a fort save, and fail
So,
that fort save.
Sigis, Salera, and Red, you can see Robin. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
No, I refuse. I'm closing my eyes. They have the shitty perception check. Seriously, I can't roll above a 10.
Oof.
So,
Perception?
yeah, perception check. Red, you have a good angle to see Robin's face as he starts screaming, and you see the rune on his face start to glow bright red, and then lines start to spread from it across his forehead and into his hairline, and then down from it over his jawline and into his body, and then you see a set of runes spreading between those two lines, sort of as if it were a strip of runes, and they start glowing.
Well, that's not
Robin,
fucking normal.
you now have a second count of it.
Yeah, I have haste. That is a
Yep.
thing.
You have haste, and you have a second set of runes in your face.
So I am going to full attack with the dagger. The penalty is already included in the roll. Okay, so one.
So you smack
Hit
it.
once.
Is that
Oh.
including -4?
That's including it, yeah.
Okay, so you manage to, while being grappled, sort of launch a kick that connects with its eye stalk, and it sort of recoils all the way back down. How much damage does your first attack deal then? 4. Is 4? 4. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm not
It's-
flanking. So
No, but it's hard to tell with all the extra info there.
Yeah.
You connect a solid hit with its eye stalk, and it sort of recoils away, but it's still holding onto you. Is that your turn then?
yeah, it's a full attack.
All right, Sigis, it is yours.
Could fill the bag like you said, but I feel like I'm gonna try and fight this thing, and we're either gonna run away and sneak back in and steal shit later, or
You can
we're gonna.
magic missile it
Save
and then move action to fill the bag.
I'm plan. Can I magic missile it and then prepare an action that if it moves towards me to
No.
run away?
Because Magic Missile
Damn.
is a standard.
Oh, yeah.
You
gotta
can't.
use
You
your
have to use your standard to prep an action.
Yeah.
So no,
Oh,
you
yeah,
cannot do
yeah.
that. But you can
Okay,
shoot
You
it.
can
move
shoot
back
and
if you
move.
want to.
I'm going to probably do that then.
Okay, then
So I'm gonna magic missile.
That's some good damage.
it goes
Yeah.
through the
That's
opening in the helmet and then goes straight down as it strikes at the creature within its body.
Cool.
Just like
You know,
takes a
I'm just gonna
right
move.
angle turn.
You know what? No, I'll stay here. Like
Right?
it seems pretty entertained.
Red, it is your turn.
Is this thing bleeding a lot?
It is bloodied, definitely. It is losing some of of its innards from the wound that Robin gave it, and the constant hammering from the inside as magic missiles continue to strike it from above is making it bleed.
Oh, you lost your grip, mate. Wrong move. I can turn off grappled now because that's been
Yep,
on.
you are no longer
Mhm.
grappled.
Just point out. Apparently, I calculated the damage. It's 1 higher, so I did 9 damage instead of 8 on that last attack.
There you go.
I realized that I actually already have an attack for my spiritual weapon all set up.
Boy. Alright, so Red, it is your turn. I'm gonna need some swings
How
from
about
you.
There
that?
you go.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can do it.
That is gonna
16.
connect. It's still standing, just barely.
Yeah.
Red,
It is.
well, and
It is
Red-
currently
Red's like-
staggered.
Red's like yelling at it.
Oh
Like,
my god.
Red's yelling at it. Like, you dumb fuck. You let me go and I went after him? No, that's wrong. And it doesn't understand me, but he's just screaming at it.
All right.
I just, real quick, I do want to. You have the song on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think he does.
Yeah, I do. It's part
Okay.
of the bonus.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Alright, I was just checking.
I'm
No,
gonna
it's-
guess. I'm guessing you're not moving.
No, he's gonna stay right there.
All right. Then Robin,
Rip.
what's your CMP?
My CMD is.
I know haste boosts it.
Much
I
worse
don't
now
know.
that you grappled.
16.
Okay, no. So you're held in its claw and it starts to constrict you. Go ahead and take 8 points of damage.
Shit.
Okay.
And as it sort of screeches and starts to move back into the water, trying to move away from Red, trying to pull Robin with it into its underwater lair, it starts to falter. Red, you get an A roll on it.
Oh, you better believe I'm taking that.
80
Nice.
crit.
Hey, so as it starts to move away from you and it exposes its front towards you, you go for a lunge and strike the blade through the base of its eye stalk, piercing what remains of its brains, and pull back, and it just collapses, letting loose its claws and dropping Robin into the water.
Okay. He's gonna
Congratulations,
just-
you have solved my giant crab puzzle.
Yeah. Red,
Does the
Red-
helmet sink down? Is the
Red
water
is-
deep?
Red is going to run to Robin and make sure he doesn't. Because I'm not sure whether he's unconscious or not.
Alright,
I don't
so
know. How deep is the water? Like,
The
can
water
Robin
here,
stand?
the water where you are standing, Robin, is about 4.5 feet deep, and it starts
so
to
you can
slope down and deeper towards to
Wait,
the
are you
north.
not unconscious?
No, I'm not. I have
It's at 2
Oh,
HP.
shit. I can't see your health bar.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
can-
that
yeah.
bad.
It's bad.
Um,
It's bad, guys.
The helmet sort of sinks down a little bit and it gets stuck in the lower stratum of the stones here, and it sort of leans back and hits the wall with a loud and resounding thump. That being said, everything's calm for a second.
Robin
Things
wades
coming.
to the shore here very quickly.
Alright.
Very quickly.
You're out of
And
combat,
then
guys.
he just sort of like lies there and is like hyperventilating and clutching his chest.
Dolbin,
Like-
get Robin.
And
Freaking
I'm gonna
out.
run over there as quickly as I can get over there.
Oh my god, why are you guys so slow? What's going on? Get over here, I'm dying. Oh my
And
god.
I am gonna give
Ow.
him my cure
Ow.
moderate wounds.
I mean, I actually have to go all the way around because I can't go in the water.
You can't because you're short, yeah.
I'll fucking drown, dude.
Yeah.
So he has
Solera,
-9
go ahead
strength,
and roll
so
the
no swimming.
healing of your
Um,
3? I think.
Okay.
no
how do I-
2d6 plus your gas level, which should be 4.
Isn't cure moderate to
You
the
should. Your spell should. Did I
It's
not
a
put it
potion.
in your spell?
It's
No.
a potion.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a
you're
potion.
using a
Oh,
potion.
2d8
Yeah, then
plus
yeah,
3.
2d8
Yeah.
plus 3.
Yeah. So just go back to chat. /R 2d8 plus 3.
Oh my god,
Space.
guys.
Sorry. Space 2d8.
Oh my god, guys, why are you moving so slow? What's going on?
What happened to your
How is
face?
this taking you guys
Yeah.
5 minutes? What's going on?
You
What?
have
And
a-
he's like
Holy shit!
have a-
twitching.
Gotcha.
He's like
I mean, you heal 19.
he swallows it in like a shot, like it's not even there, and he's
Yeah,
twitching
so-
like a cartoon character that's had too much coffee.
So from everyone else's point of view, Robin is sort of like really twitchy, and the moment he grabs the potion, he goes like, his arm becomes a blur, and then the potion is in his mouth, and then it's empty, and he's sort of like trying to get every drop out of it. And from Robin, your perspectives is you are very clearly describing everything is slow. Yeah.
Jesus.
And then
You
he
are-
stops twitching.
You're now congregated within a pool of water that is where Solera and Robin are, about 7.5 feet deep in the water. Solera, you're sort of floating there, and you can feel a little bit of traction in your feet underwater as you feel a current pulling your feet away.
Red
And I'm
is
sitting on the
on top
rubble
of the
because if
crowd.
I enter that water, I
Vegas
drown.
will hold Dorbin's hand just in case.
All I'm
Can I
saying
continue
is
to
that
heal him?
I'm afraid of water, and I just ran as fast as I could.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are going at a normal speed again.
Am I free to continue to heal him?
Robin,
It is your
what
turn,
happened
yeah.
to your, what
out of
happened to
turn.
your scar?
Okay.
You got a new tattoo.
Robin's touching his face. Does it feel any different?
You feel a little bit of a bump, sort of as if you had gotten a new tattoo, and it just stretches from where you had your rune and sort of the cheekbone. It goes up, sort of stops at your eyelids, and for anyone looking at Robin, when he's looking straight ahead, the tattoo sort of goes over and into his eyeball, and then comes out the other end over his eyelid and goes over his forehead into his hairline. And it does go down. It's sort of like two lines making a strip, and then runes in between those two lines. The strip going down sort of goes over his jawline and stops about just around his collarbone. I think everyone's fully healed with all those spells going about.
Those
Oh,
were
yeah.
some really good wand hears, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Those were
I'm good at
fucking
this.
amazing. Yeah.
Alright.
Born to heal.
By the way, you're welcome for the
4.
potion.
I mean, yeah,
Ungrateful.
the max
Yeah,
roll
the max
Jesus
potion.
fuck.
Yeah, holy fuck.
Yeah, get out of town.
God
with
Just
that.
damn.
rolled it, I was like, oh my god.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, to
that's
be
perfect.
fair, you're in the same room. So, I mean, he's just helping, right? No, I'm just kidding. I love you. Robin sits up and he's like, ow. Ow.
Okay.
Alright, that didn't hurt. I just want to point that out.
For the record, I owe you an apology. You were entirely correct. This was a very bad idea.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah, I mean,
we're all 100% fine now, right?
Well,
I mean, I'm hurting a little bit,
I
and I'm like-
almost died, and Robin
I feel like my
almost
soul's about to
died.
leave my body, but
I actually don't. I actually think I'm worse off now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
oh shit, you got a second scar. Sorry,
yeah,
I
that
couldn't
came
Would
really
through.
Sigus know the new scar? Like, is it a
The new
symbol?
rune.
Yeah, no, the runes that are tattooed in this strip are Thassalonian runes, as far as you can
Yeah.
tell. You're not quite certain what runes they're representing. You would have to sit down with a little bit of a reference guide. But at the center of that structure, where the two strips meet, there's the circle around the rune that represents wrath.
Hmm.
And that's sort of the first one that was already there.
Ugh.
While they're kind of attending to Robin, Sigis is just gonna quickly scan around, make sure nothing's changed, and he's gonna go check out the hall just to and listen, just to make sure if anyone's
Sure.
coming.
Give me a perception check.
All my best skill.
The wizard walks off alone.
You hear
Never
the
to be
sound
seen
of a
again.
thousand
Oh, but
scarabs
that's why
going. No, just kidding. You
That's
hear.
why he has a rape whistle.
You hear a little bit
Yup.
of a very soft breeze moving about, sort of caressing your ears.
Breeze in here?
A breeze, yeah.
That's not good. Why would there be a breeze?
There's one coming from this room, I think.
Which way is it coming from?
It's ebbing and flowing back and forth. So you feel it coming from the room ahead of you, and then it stops, and then you feel it coming from behind.
It's a flow of water coming in and out
Yep.
of the room.
Yeah.
Pressure waves.
Science.
Cool. He'll
Hey,
listen for a bit and then come join the rest after a while.
Okay.
Siggy, you want? Well, we're letting Red get his, or I'm Red. Well, we're letting Robin get his bearings. You wanna help me with move some of this stuff into the bag?
Yeah, starts
Yeah.
to.
I'll start taking a dunk here and see what I can scrounge off the floor.
Sure. Just make sure we don't overstuff the bag and have it explode.
I think
Also,
we'll be
when
okay.
Sigis
I
wanted
don't
the
think that's how
cart
that works.
earlier. Oh no! Don't they like explode if you overfill them with weight?
No.
Only
you
if you
just-
have something sharp inside that can penetrate it.
Oh, I thought they.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. I thought they
Yeah.
had a max weight, and then they like.
It does have a max weight.
It does
It
have a
does
max
have a
weight,
max
but it doesn't
Like
explode.
you just can't.
Oh.
Yeah, you just can't
Yeah,
feel it anymore.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, Sigis will just point out that his cart idea would have been awesome if because for this massive golden
I mean,
helmet.
I can't even lift that.
Well, I mean, I think we might. This might be either an excavation or we break it into bits and do
Wait.
it that way.
Or
Do you
we
think
give
that this
it.
leads? Do you think this water leads outside?
Probably.
Because it'd be
Most
easier to
likely.
move it through water.
What?
Yeah, but
You could
I'm-
also
I'm
say that
not
that
a
was the only
strong-
thing in the room when the city will try and confiscate all this money.
Yeah,
But
we can give it to the city. I
Back.
mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
I say we honestly this
Too much
helmet's too
hassle.
much. Yeah, just let the
Well,
city take care of
I
it.
mean, you guys do owe them a new wall.
Gate.
to
it's
be-
also a lot of money that I don't necessarily want to give up. But we can talk about it on the road
Well,
back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can split it or whatever.
You wait. Okay. Did we say it was gold?
Yeah, it's gold.
Okay.
There's gold, electrum,
I know one
silver,
thing
copper.
about gold, and that it's soft. Let me tear some bits off it.
Oh, the helmet's cool. No,
Yeah.
don't worry
Let's
about
do
it.
that at the
No.
end.
Oh.
No.
Honestly, just
It's
don't
not-
worry about that. Do you
Vosin, what's
look
all the
down
loot
at the
that we
ground?
get?
Come again?
What is all the loot that we get? Because we just like take
Yeah, we're
20
just
and we just
taking
leave.
everything.
Sure. You start
Yeah.
searching about. It's going to take you about half an hour to go through everything
Sure.
in here, as you fish out all of the gold from the bottom of the pool.
Mhm.
There's somebody take a pencil and
I'm
note
writing it down right now.
Okay.
yeah. Amulet,
Shoot,
natural armor, dual dragon wine.
So
Double dragon.
those are just sort of part of the pile of miscellaneous jewels and various items that you can sell.
Mhm.
All in all, just in coins, you find 3,500 silver,
Oh my god.
630 gold.
Holy shit.
There are 40 stones that seem to be a mixture of jades, rubies, and sapphires, of small size. There's the jade amulet that has already been identified as being a jade amulet of natural armor. There's the pair of paintings, and there's the dual dragon decanter, and there is the helmet, which technically the crab would also be loot, I guess. You have
Yeah.
450 pounds of crab. That is the
Guys,
weight
we're
of the
gonna have a
crab
feast.
itself, and
Oh my
the
God.
helmet itself weighs 300 pounds.
Holy shit. Okay, hold on.
If you give me an appraisal, I'll tell you approximately how much it might cost.
Crab's worth or the helmet?
Both.
Oh, both. I mean,
Sure. Sigis with the expert
Holy fuck.
the expert advice of a very
Jesus
wise
Christ, you're
bird,
so good.
and your knowledge of the local markets.
Oh my God.
A helmet of this size, if as you are sort of expecting it, you have to make a little bit of a chip to check if the underneath the sort of rusted cover of gold there's something else, like if it's pure gold or if it's just like a tinted gold. You scratch it and you find that there's a little bit of a bronze core to the thing. Otherwise, it would be too soft. However, you estimate that you could sell it on the market for about 3,000 gold pieces.
Holy fuck.
Damn.
If that was pure gold, it would be 15,000 gold
Yeah.
pieces.
holy shit.
Per pound.
The crab,
No. 50 per pound times 300.
Yeah.
the crab. If you could, chop it off, quarter it, and produce the meat properly, you could probably sell it in the market for. It depends on how lucky you get and how fresh it is by the time that you get to town. You could make anywhere from 50 to 500 gold pieces selling it.
That's not bad for a big old crab.
I'll average it at 275.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's honestly unfortunate that Rod is no longer with us because he could harvest the shit out of that crab.
Yeah.
Well, what we can do is when we get back, we can send like a couple people with some carts or whatever.
Yeah.
But
There's
Send some fishermen who deal with crab to go and harvest it.
Yeah.
they said the mayor said they give us work crew too, so like, but that's more for studying and stuff. But we should.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
cash was there again? Sorry.
19.
3,500 silver pieces, 630 gold pieces, and then the stones are worth 10 GP each. There's 40 of them.
And sorry, what
They're-
was the
they're
gold?
Currency, basically. Gold, straight up, 630 gold pieces.
Okay, perfect.
And was there Electrum as well?
And then there was
They're the weapons and stuff as well.
Yeah,
How much that's worth.
it's not that you have 3,500 silver pieces down to the coin. I'm sort of shoving everything into one big bag, but there's about that much worth of metal from the weapons and the different
okay.
ornaments.
In loot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's sort of like I'm counting
350
a
GP
golden
of this.
goblet as being worth about 20 GP because it's if you just melt it down or sell it,
Yeah.
it's going to be about the same.
Yeah.
awesome.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah. Most
Did
of
you say
it
there was
is
Electrum
coins.
as
It's
well?
like
Sorry?
straight out cash. But there's a few extra items that might be worth a little bit more.
and then what was that big statue?
It was the whole gold helmet, but you were sort of seeing only
Okay,
half.
got ya. Yeah.
Give me a knowledge history check. Actually, two of them. All right.
Oh.
So
Cash.
you identify the pattern of the helmet. The helmet seems to be of Thessalonian make as well. It seems to be, which is a little bit weird, but it is the sort of engravings are of the Thessalonian age. It is most definitely a giant helmet, as in the type of creature, probably a cloud giant, wore this helmet, or was meant for cloud giant. But yeah, the paintings are a little bit weird because you can't pinpoint what location they are depicting. It seems one of them seems to depict a city built into the side of a mountain, and then the other one is of a city that is entirely made of gold and jewels. The cobblestone street is made out of gold bricks. Houses are made of massive pillars of ruby, with the walls between them just being this solid diamond wall. And it's just extraordinarily extravagant.
Hell yeah.
It looks like absolute fantasy. A little bit of a closer inspection reveals that the fact that some of the material on the painting itself, of the painting itself, seems to be gold leaf as well. Like the cobblestone street is made out of actual gold.
Awesome.
It's just bronze covered in gold. They're trying to trick you.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah, and then just before, I think also, I don't know if are we before I went through. Obviously, we detect magic kind of all over.
Yeah. You can go over the objects as you detect magic, but it's just the jade amulet that sorry, the jade necklace that is magical. There seems to be a little bit of a faint magical aura on everything. That seems to be what kept it from deteriorating over the years.
Gotcha.
Cool. And then the only other thing I think before, like, if we're, I don't know if we're gonna like explore the rest, if or is that like hand wavy?
There's like 2 rooms left.
I
I
think
could I could sneak through them and
There's a fight
see.
upstairs potentially.
I mean, yeah, there's the tentacle creature, which we
I
may
could
want to
probably sneak past it.
We probably could like pre-grease people if we were gonna combat it, just because the
Oh, we
tentacle
just-
It
creature
also
will
has
most likely
poison
grab-
as well.
Yeah, it'll most
we're gonna
likely
have to
grapple us.
buy. We're gonna have to buy another skull of grease though.
Well,
Though.
what's great
I was-
is
Silera
Silera has
has
grease.
So
Oh,
she can
awesome.
just cast
Yeah,
it on the
I have
fly.
grease.
Perfect.
Also, that amulet of natural armor. Who that going to?
I think I have one, so
Yeah, you have a pl-
you're
you
the
have a-
only other front line, so that's
I
you,
was
dude.
gonna say you have a plus
Yeah.
2 amulet of natural armor, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all you, dude.
Oh yeah.
I am now just like backline tank.
Yep.
Right.
Protect the squishies.
It's okay. It's cool in the back of the bus.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to continue a little bit longer and finish exploring the upper deck, or would you like?
It's 2 a.m. for you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
to
I think
keep
we
going a
just
little
call
bit
it.
longer. All right.
We
Then-
can call it for you there,
If you
man.
just move us up, we know what rooms we have to go through.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll show you what rooms, or at least the floor. Let's just move everyone. Can everyone group up so that I can just grab all of your tokens?
I'm gonna move up to the crab.
Boop, boop.
Got that bling.
And boop, and boop.
How much is a jade necklace worth?
Yeah. This is the area where you found the large oak table with the map of Sandpoint and the little figurines on top of it. And yeah, to the south and to the east, where Robin is headed, there are 2 rooms at the very least that you haven't explored. That being said, if you're gonna keep moving, I am gonna put us in turn order, but we're gonna leave that for next week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I hope that everyone enjoyed
Dope.
the session tonight.
Hell yeah.
We'll pick back up next week. Same day, same usual start time, unless
Yeah.
well, Sheik, you'll keep me posted about if there are some delays. We can do as we did.
I
this week.
should be fine.
What is next week?
The 18th.
I was like,
Next
wait,
week.
shit. Is next
The
week
18th.
Christmas?
No,
No,
No.
that's
week
the
now.
next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo!
I took
Uh,
the 18th off of
Probably not
work,
planning.
so I now have 4 weeks in a row of 3-day weeks.
nice.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
On that note, I'm gonna call the stream. Thank you for anyone that came
My
and
stream.
watched this bunch of crazy people try and murder
Dumbasses.
themselves against a crab. I hope that everyone had fun, and we'll see everyone else next week.
Ton of fun.
I have
Bye,
an
Jack.
appropriate